right. Welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
Yay!
Hello.
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 Okay. Last we left off, y'all were facing off with a particularly large individual.
Indeed.
I believe the classification of huge-sized monster. And removed the pool because I didn't want it staining the mat while you guys for a week, but basically along like there is a glowing blue pool that that doesn't seem to really be rough terrain, though it is kind of sticky to move through. Like, it flows like water, but once you break the surface tension of it, it kind of sticks to you.
Huh.
Weird.
You say weird, but Fiona being the one who decided to wade through it kind of knee-deep due to your size, it's more a case of... You ever get, like, honey stuck to your hands? It's kind of like that, but just all along your legs.
Oh, that's fun.
Yuck. Yeah.
But that's only once you, like, bring it out of, like, break the surface kind of thing.
Oh no.
But yeah, you can see the bottom, and the bottom is stone. Well, it's not really stone, it's that resin type stuff. And on that grounds, gonna go ahead and bring it over to your turn. At the top of the initiative.
You broke up when you gave the name on who.
Fiona.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, this big queen girl just tried to bite me.
Yes.
Or she did bite me and tried to pick me up. Which wasn't very fun, so I'm going to go ahead and attack her back.
Fair enough. Though you can't blame her for choice of squeaker toys.
I think I can when that squeaker toy is myself.
You are the only one who actually squeaks in the group, though.
Be that as it may. She's gonna attack twice with her short sword.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat one.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Okay, go ahead and give me a d20.
7.
Okay, so as you take a swing at the monster, at the Warren Mother, your sword catches on the arm guard against its carapace and slips right out of your grip on the bounce back and lands in the pool beside you.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well, that would be an action to pick it up. And I've already started my attack action.
Yes.
Well, can I still get incessant strike on that?
Not on a nat one, sorry.
That's fair. Well, I guess she's just going to have to continue her attack action with her fists, even though she knows that's not as effective. Because it seems to... The impacts aren't as hard as she's expecting them to be. So she's going to keep punching it. It's too late to use a key point to make the damage magical and all that.
All that other fun stuff.
Yep. Too late for that.
Oh,
That's
well.
alright. Because I have to do that at the start of my turn, and it's not the start of my turn anymore.
No.
Alright, second attack. That's a dirty 20 on a punch.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Alright.
Just be sure to wash it when you're done.
7 points of bludgeoning, which I'm pretty sure is reduced.
Yes.
Yes. Alright.
3 points of bludgeoning as you hit it, but
You know what? Fuck this thing. I'm going to go ahead and use a key point to do Stunning Strike,
okay.
since I hit it.
Let's see.
So she'll need to make a con saving throw.
Okay. There we go. Oh, jeez. Really? You're proficient in these. Come on. Well, that's an 11.
Yay! She did not beat a 13.
Alright, so what are we looking at for Stunning Strike?
Start of until the end of, or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay, well, in that particular case, we're just going to go ahead and burn a Legendary Resistance.
Okay. Haha! I have burned her resistance. It sucks, because now she's not stunned. But I burned her resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, burning through those is important.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and I will bonus action a puncher again.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
18 hits.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm sorry, those should have all been rolled at advantage.
Oh.
Oops.
Hmm.
Go ahead and reroll the damage on that.
The damage?
Yes. As my oops, those should have been at advantage.
8. So a total of 13. If you want to take both of them.
We just take the highest of them since we just rerolled the damage.
Alright. It is non-magical bludgeoning.
Yes. Three. Okay. Okay. I'm looking kind of annoyed here.
That'll end her turn.
Yep. That's gonna bring it up to the Warren Mother. Counterpoint on your punches, it's going to make a claw attack at you.
I mean, fair.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a...
It's not really much of a fist
That's
fight
gonna
if
be a
she
21
don't
to
punch
hit.
back. That will hit.
Okay. You're gonna take... Are you serious? You're gonna take
Oh, I
5
forgot.
slashing damage.
I forgot to roll my temp HP. Oh well.
It's gonna make another claw attack for you. And that's going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Okay.
Since I do know I have the shield active, and that makes my AC 19.
Okay. Right. That's gonna go ahead and take things over towards Lantern.
All right. So, you see that moonbeam over there?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I see a terrible little monster that I can just plop that down right on top of.
You mean over here?
Yeah, I mean on top of that, yes, that guy there that you're hovering over a little bit. Correct.
Or we can put it here, or here, or here.
Well, I don't want it to get one of my friends, so...
Over here. Alright.
Ouch.
Not like
Nice.
that save means anything.
Well,
Big oof for that guy.
It's like
Well,
laser hair removal, but for blade lengths.
I was gonna say it's like boiling a crab, but they don't taste anything like that.
No, more like boiled beetles.
And these things definitely do scream.
That's lovely.
Bonus action, movement.
I kind of like where I'm at, and none of my bonus actions are helpful right now, so I'm good.
So that's going to take things over to Vellos. Huh. That's not supposed to land like that.
I think I triggered Searing Smite last turn. What
Well,
the?
I was going to show the D3 had landed like this, but it fell over. You are balanced to not land like that.
That's impressive.
Anyways, yes, no, you used Searing Smite last turn and missed, so...
It is still active, so we're gonna try that again.
Okay, so that's still active. Hit. Got it. Right. That was on round 2.
Ah, no dice.
As you whiff
That's-
past your attack. Wait, that was supposed to be at advantage. Roll again. Just
Oh,
give me one
right.
more d20. Okay.
That's still a no.
Alright.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Might as well go with the tail again.
okay. Bonus action tail attack.
Deal 1.
Well, at least it wasn't the 1.
Yeah, 2 8s in a row. Okay.
Were you having this issue last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roland likes doing this to me, apparently.
Well.
That's my turn. Oh shit, I'm getting a nosebleed. That's fun. I need to go get
Love that.
I need to go get tissues. Be right back.
Yep.
Yep.
Real quick, before we do anything else, while Vellos is doing that, we're going to go ahead and legendary action Bite Attack Grigori.
Yay.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
It hits, but I'm going to use uncanny action or dodge.
Okay.
I mean,
I still need a strength save from you.
all right. I got no bonuses, so it's just a straight 1d20. 3.
Okay, on a 3, you are grappled and restrained inside the Warren Mother's jaws, and you take 13 damage halved to 6. You take 6 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Okay. Down to 3 temp HP.
So to everyone else, you see the Warren Mother suddenly whip its head over towards the bat with a quick snap of its jaws. You kind of see the back half of Grigori sticking out of its mouth, legs kicking.
Oh no.
Oh no. Welcome back. Grigori is bitten.
What?
And he's
I got
Grigori's being consumed!
Oh dear.
No,
Okay.
who's gonna unlock stuff for us?
okay. That brings things over to Dori.
Okay. Dori is going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Hang on, because that means I need a range attack. Wait,
Did we ever determine whether or not, because that's from the Scholar, isn't it, or is this your own Ray of Frost?
It's from the Scholar.
Did we ever determine?
Whether
Right,
it
yes,
gives
okay.
proficiency.
I was looking around at this. If you're a spellcaster, you do get proficiency in the Ray of Frost.
Cool.
Cool.
That was a question I asked after session last week.
Yeah. Oh no. Go ahead and roll me a
And that-
d20.
Oh no. That's not good.
Is it standard, or does range attack also not get advantage?
It's the melees.
Just the melees? Okay.
Okay, that's a 2 on the range spell attack. Okay, that's just the spell fails, so
Okay.
perhaps the ghost isn't strong enough to at this particular moment, you're not sure if it's the ghost strong enough to manifest or a misspeak of your own incantation, but the Ray of Frost fizzles out.
Ugh. Okay.
Or maybe it's just panic over what you just saw and are currently looking at.
Yes. Not really going anywhere. Bonus action. I am going to bonus action cast healing word at Grigori. Because he took some serious damage there.
Think Grigori.
Oh no,
I think
that's
he's
right.
still
It was
at
only
full.
temp hit point.
Yeah.
It was temp hit point.
Yeah,
Never
'cause
mind.
Grigori
Yeah,
has
he's
max
still at
temp
full.
HP and he only took 6 piercing.
Okay. So
Mhm.
got it. No, I don't really have anything else to do right now.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna go ahead and bring things over to. If that's everything you're doing, that's gonna bring things over to Grigori.
I'm still in his mouth.
When's Bruno going? I thought Bruno went before
Oh.
Grigori.
Shit. I do this every time you went before Fiona. God damn it.
Oh
Once a
God.
combat, I always do this. I need to start posting initiative orders.
Yeah.
You know, take your action real quick.
My action is going to be a. Let's see. First of all, is Grigori within range of my aura of vitality, which is concentration, by the way?
What's the reach of it?
I think it's 30 feet.
Yes.
Let me double check that. I just want to confirm that it is in fact 30 feet and not smaller. 30 foot, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And you have 30
Good.
foot
So if he
radius.
takes any, yeah. So if he takes further damage that goes through his 10 hit points on my next turn, I will be able to deal with that.
So here's a question for Aura Vitality. What are the
Yes.
restrictions on that? Do you need to see?
No, or at least on the blurb that I have on here doesn't say that. Let me grab the book to double check, but I don't think so. I think you just need to be in range.
Take your action. I can check.
Sacred Flame.
That's out of Player's Handbook.
Yes, it is.
I was reaching for Tasha's.
Sacred Flame.
Okay, Sacred Flame.
Yeah, no, it's page 216, by the way.
That's going to be a 22 on the deck save.
That's a pass. The exact wording is you can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including you, to gain 2d6 hit points.
I just need to determine visibility on that. Okay.
Oh,
You just
yeah,
need
no.
awareness.
Yep. Alright, so, my action did nothing. No one really needs healing. So, my bonus action will be, Moment of Resolve.
Okay. Anything else?
To ensure that stays up. Just my temp HP.
Okay. Now, Grigori, it's your turn.
I'm still in his mouth.
Yes.
Can I try to stab it from the inside or no?
You could.
Oof.
You are restrained, so you will have
Actually, you have it
disadvantage on your attack, but you can.
Wow, ouch.
Damn, I should have kept that bottle of Sundrop, huh?
That would make it for a straight roll between advantage and disadvantage. So just a straight attack.
Yeah, I'll
roll.
do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
You know what else?
I'll just stab it.
Okay.
Alright. +4/+1. Nine?
9 does not hit.
Damn.
You're
Alright,
finding it kind of hard to maneuver yourself around.
Alright, I'm gonna attack with my offhand.
Okay.
Does that get my dexterity bonus?
Yes. So you just, when you're rolling damage with an offhand, you just roll straight damage is all.
No, so it's literally the same thing again?
Yep.
Okay. Oops. Oh. Nope.
Oh,
26.
nice.
Damn,
Roll damage.
nat 20. A nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh, nat 20.
Very nice. That
Oh,
means you double.
Yeah, you get to do double damage.
Go ahead and... Oh, is that a short sword?
Yes, it was the short sword
Yep.
from the box.
Go ahead and roll
So
2d6.
that's 2d6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No bonuses to it, just
Nope.
2d6.
Because it's an offhand, you just roll straight damage. Okay,
Nice.
that's
9.
going to be halved to 4.
Yeah.
But you're able to give it a slash across its upper palate.
Nice. Do I see anything inside of its mouth?
No, it's pretty dark.
There's no little tonsil thingy back there I can try to grab or bite or something?
It's pretty dark in there. You look back and you can see the light between its slitted teeth, but
Other than that, yeah. Okay. Can I make a strength check or something? Or
you
a
already
dex
used your action
save?
to attack.
Oh, okay, so that's
Yeah.
not a movement? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm done then.
Alright. That's gonna move things over to top of the initiative with Fiona.
Am I top or is Bruno top?
You're top. Then it's Bruno.
Okay.
Okay. You said
All right.
before Fiona last time, that's all.
Sorry, I meant after.
Okay. I just
Yep.
want to make sure.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I need to roll for my confusion resistance. I'm still in the confusion.
Oh.
Huh. Well, I am going to start my turn by expending a key point
Okay.
to activate my spine knuckles,
Alright.
which allows them to deal magical piercing damage.
As your fingers kind of take on a more ethereal clawed-like appearance.
Yep. It also gives me a 5-foot reach. But it's, you know what? This means I can do at least 3 attacks with magical damage. Without having to pick up the sword that I just dropped. Anyways. Am I rolling at advantage or no?
No, because Grigori is restrained. He is no longer considered any threatening position for the creature.
I wasn't flanking.
I
With
understand
Grigori.
that.
Okay, so it's gotta be more than 2 people attacking it. Interesting. Yeah. 5 since I get another +1 because of this scoundrel. $24?
24 hits.
Alright. That's 9 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
She's gonna do her second attack.
Okay.
19?
Hits.
Eight more points of piercing damage. She's going to use her bonus action to do offhand attack.
Okay. Does not
10
hit.
probably does not hit.
No, it does not.
And she will save the key points so that she can keep punching magically. And will not do flurry of blows. Alright, so that's bonus action and action. So I'm going to roll temp HP and end my turn. Since I forgot to last round. Ooh, yay, 10. That helps.
Alright. Bruno, your turn. Before I forget.
Yeah. I want to double check my spell slots. I'll fire off a level 1 guiding bolt.
Okay, roll for attack.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. I don't think that hits.
11 does not hit. Oh dear.
I didn't think so. Well, at least it wasn't that one.
Yeah. Bonus
and
action.
bonus action is Moment of Resolve, and I'm going to keep my current amount of temp hit points.
Okay. The top of the initiative, layer action that I also forgot last time, which I'm sure you guys are thrilled by. Okay, we got. Oops. From that direction with. Okay. We got some new guys hopping out of the floor over here. Well, I say floor. There's a hole in the ceiling that they're jumping down from. Hi, you have friends.
Friends.
And then for the Warring Mother, we're going to start with a bite attack on Grigori. That's going to be a 27.
That hits.
Okay. So, two things here. In order, you are going to take 8 piercing damage.
Can I use my uncanny dodge or no?
Somehow, yes.
Pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take. Oh my god!
It's downright uncanny.
Yeah.
Why did you say it like that?
Pulling the tongue around you like a blanket.
So, not only that, though, with the same thing as part of the attack, you guys, the rest of you see Grigori vanish from sight quickly with a tilt back of its head. Grigori, you've been swallowed.
Oh, that's...
Your situation has just gotten a lot more cramped. And in your situation, you are considered blinded, restrained, and you have total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the Den Mother.
Of course, yeah. I still have my weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
But
not
the rest
good
of
at
you
all.
see just a bulge in its throat slide down into its midsection and just kind of level out with the rest of its body. Then we're gonna make a claw attack at Fiona.
Ah, rude! You eat my friend and now you punch me?
Oh god, that's a nat one.
Oh no!
Nat ones are in it today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Apparently!
okay, so you can't break a natural weapon, but what instead happens is it lifts its claw up to swing, it kind of overextends, and you see its arm just kind of lock up, like, ooh. It's a good thing it
This
has...
isn't supposed to do that. Sorry.
To those who have nat 1 with a natural weapon, you have felt yourself come close to the same situation.
Yeah,
When you
Fiona
dislocate
definitely
from
has with her
overextending.
fists.
So in a way you can relate, but at the same token, it did just eat your friend.
I did just eat my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Vellos has done that before and knows the pain. Not sure. But, no sympathy right now.
No.
Not even
Nope.
live it.
Yeah.
Lantern, your turn.
No.
So, the question is it possible to moonbeam creature without moonbeaming bat its side creature? This is unknowable to Lantern, but she does see a group of 3 little guys that can have a moonbeam plopped down pretty easily in them. You guys who are cutting stuff open, you guys can maybe try to cut this guy open. You can't cut something open with moonbeam. If I get that thing, I'm gonna get Grigori too.
That's a good
Hello?
guess.
Yep.
Good question.
So yeah, I want to put my moonbeam down in the basically where it's gonna hit all 3 of those little guys.
Without hitting Bruno, because I think they're right on top of Bruno.
They're pretty close, but it's a 5-foot radius, so if I hit him on that one, then dice.
Hang on, I'm actually looking up if Moonbeam can hit a swallowed creature.
Fair enough.
Got it. I did the thing where I asked the question nobody actually knew the answer to.
Take at least
We've
3
all been
readings
there.
to find that.
Um, yeah, I have asked the question nobody else has. I don't want 2024. I'm gonna say yes because you can cast Moonbeam inside.
Like, I would assume that he would count as a creature within the radius.
Yes.
It doesn't say they have
I
to.
actually finally got an answer. Yes, Moonbeam can hit a swallowed creature.
Huh.
Anything that is behind.
Fair enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because Moonbeam goes through cover. Okay.
Well, that said, I do see those 3 guys, so let's just get them on the one of them where it won't hit Bruno. But it will hit all 3 of them.
And then we'll roll their saves.
Nice.
Nice.
What's your DC?
13.
Pass. Fail. Pass. Pass, fail, pass.
Well, the one that fails takes 17 points damage, and the other 2 would take 8.
This time around, they're all still standing.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Lantern didn't roll 30 damage this time.
I think we can manage somehow.
Somehow. Alright. Bonus action movement.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hello.
Lantern, you
Hello,
okay?
sorry. I was trying to relocate my screen and I accidentally hit the fucking close stream button. My bad. Anyway, I don't like how close those bladelings are, so I'm gonna kind of maybe get back a little bit.
Okay. How far are we moving?
Let's make it about 20 feet back.
Which way?
Just straight, perpendicular to the door. Yep.
20 feet back. Okay. Dori.
Dori.
Bring it to you. You just saw your friend get swallowed.
Okay.
Like a snack.
I am going to be very pissed off and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your spell save?
It is. I just lost it. 16.
16. Okay, that is going to be a. That's a 15.
Ah, all right. So. Ugh, wrong thing. Where's my Dissonant Whispers?
My dinner just got here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Ba-bum-ba-bum. $24.
24?
24.
2-4. Okay.
Wow.
2-4. And she needs to move as far away as it can from me.
Okay, so it can in fact do that, much to your guys' irritation, as it proceeds to spend its 30 movement climbing up the side of the wall.
Oh, jeez.
Or sorry, 20 feet. It is now 20
Ugh.
feet in the air.
Okay.
On the side of the wall.
Well, huh.
Not really what I had in mind.
Send them back.
Straightest path away from any danger. However, since it is moving away, there are attacks of opportunity to be taken.
Fiona will happily do that, and her punches are still magical.
Vellos is more
It's
than
not the
happy to-
start of my next turn yet. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
20 plus 2.
7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That's more like it. That's a hit, and she needs to make a con save.
Good hang on.
Damn.
How much damage did you say, Fiona?
7?
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. Then a con save.
Oh wait, no, it's at the start of each of its turns. Oops. My bad. Right now, it's just takes the extra fire damage and is ignited.
How much roll for damage though?
Yep. Always forget that detail. My bad. Wow, that was kind of meh, but 10 points of damage all told. Combined blunt and fire.
Okay. And that would take things over to Grigori, your turn. If I'm not mistaken. Anything else you're doing there, Dori?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Did we skip Vellos this turn?
No? Vellos. Because it was
Does he
Lantern.
go
Oh shit, damn it, it was Vellos Lantern. I am just not on it today. I am so sorry. Vellos, take your turn.
Well,
Treat it as before the creature moved.
yeah,
Or you could just fly up, I realize. Doesn't matter.
yeah, that doesn't really matter either way. Either way, the hammer's still connected, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll just another hammer strike.
I'm sorry, I'm absolutely on the ball today.
We all have those kinds of days.
22.
22 will hit.
Hammer time.
For oh god, that
7 damage.
for 7 damage, and bonus action for the tail.
How is she looking?
Pissed off.
Which missed. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
Now back to Grigori.
Okay, Grigori. It is dark, cramped, acrid.
Do I feel muscles or anything like that? Or is it just like a stomach, fleshy inside of a stomach?
Very much so like that.
Okay, so I can move my hands or my arms and I can pierce its stomach.
You can make an attack.
Okay. Yay. I don't have advantage, correct?
Nope.
Okay, making sure.
I believe technically you should be rolling disadvantaged, but just do straight rolls. You're already in a rough enough spot.
Okay. So just a straight 1d20?
Yep. With just your standard attack rolls.
Standard attack rules. Okay.
You may only use piercing or slashing weapons that are light, I believe.
Okay. So that would be the rapier, not the short sword?
Let me check. Pretty sure you should still be able to use both. No. Let's see here. They're both martial weapons. Oh, that's interesting. Rapiers are not a light weapon.
Oh, wow.
They're only finesse.
Damn.
Yeah, so you want to make a short sword attack.
Yeah, a short sword then?
Yep.
Alright. 8.
It does not hit the internal AC.
Okay. That makes sense, being cramped. Alright. I can't move, so... Is there anything I can do to, like, make it, like, feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, you can attempt to attack it from the inside.
That's it? Okay. Alright, I guess that's all I can do, really, because I just got my short sword and rapier, so...
Yep. Alright. So that takes it over to... Alright, that takes it over to these three, who are being absolutely and unjustly bullied.
Just gonna go ahead and roll some dice here.
Completely and needlessly being abused. Fail. Fail. Pass.
That is 19 damage for the fails and 9 for the pass.
Okay, these two are down. That one and that one. This one is going to go ahead and expend its movement and chase after you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does that incur an attack of opportunity?
Oh shit, it does. Bruno can take a swing at it. I forgot that. It's still going to
Bruno
go after you.
does. Bruno will. Whoops. Nope, that's the wrong one.
26
to hit. For 11 points total.
That's impressive. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Fiona, your turn.
Okay. This thing ate Grigori.
And now it had, with a hiss of pain, climbed up the wall.
It did.
And it's on fire.
Does that say
I
at the start or end of
can't
the
reach
start?
it 20 feet in the air. Not with my fists.
It does the save at the start of its turn, but
Okay.
it's on fire.
I could sling it. That's not magic. But you know what? She can't reach it anyway. Would it be an action or a bonus action to pull out my sling?
Since you're not pulling out or sheathing a weapon, it would be a bonus action.
My bonus action to pull the sling, and then I'm going to attack it with some rocks.
Makes sense.
Oops, that's absolutely wrong.
That doesn't look quite right.
No, it doesn't. All right, the sling. All right, so it's okay. That's a nat 1.
Just go ahead and roll the d20.
That's an 11.
And the rock and your shot just goes whee!
All right. Well, she's going to throw another rock at it.
Okay.
25.
That'll hit.
For 7 points of non-magical rock bludgeoning damage.
3 as you kind of plink a rock right off the side of its head crest.
It's my bonus action to pull that out, and I still got 10 temp HP, so that will end my turn since I can't reach it.
Okay, Bruno, your turn.
Is Bruno in range of with Sacred Flame?
What's the range of Sacred Flame?
Question.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
60 feet.
It's 45 feet away.
So yes, it's in range. He's going to Sacred Flame it.
Okay. That's going to be a 16 on the save.
Damn. It passes.
Thing's agile for its size.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action, movement.
Bonus action is to stay put.
Okay.
Or movements to stay put. Bonus action is to cast Moment of Resolve.
Okay. You should count 20. We have these guys jumping in from over here. Because apparently I can only roll one location for them to come out of.
Huh.
Don't ask me why. Apparently that's the only thing I can do. Then for the saving throw, which is a Constitution save. Vellos?
Yes, con save.
Alright, that's... Oh, jeez. That's going to be a 26.
It passes. The
25.
fire goes out. Oh, rip.
Okay. Next thing this thing is going to do. It's going to make a... It's going to cast a first level spell, Chromatic Orb, which you guys do see finally a small glint of some kind of foci on its chest. As it points a claw at Dori and forges an orb of fire and hurls it at her.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Uh,
that's going to be a it's going to be a 9.
That doesn't hit.
Right. Well, that's going to be okay. That's going to be that. Grigori, for your situation, you are going to take. Here's my d6.
Oh.
You're going to take 7 acid damage.
There's no way I could dodge that.
Nope, it's not in fact. That's an environmental hazard.
Makes sense, yeah.
No.
Hey, in older editions, they used to take both acid and bludgeoning.
Oh, lovely.
Bludgeoning? That's
Yes.
okay.
To simulate being digested, presumably.
Yeah, I'm
Squeezed
down to
and crushed.
35. All right.
And that's going to be its turn taking things to Lantern.
Vellos?
Or, sorry. No? Yeah, it's Lantern, then Vellos.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay,
I'm
great.
going
I
order.
am looking at it right here. I will share
We
it
believe
with
you.
Okay, I want to move up.
I actually have a list. I just didn't have it in front of me right then.
I want to move back up that 20 feet I moved back earlier.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Looking into this room, I don't see a good place to get all 3 of them once.
No.
So I would
Your
like
bullshit.
to put Moonbeam between those front 2 that are closest to my buddies.
Okay. With that advantage, okay. So pass, fail. Pass, fail.
Okay, 22 points of damage to the fail, 11 to the pass.
I realize that that's the one I said pass, but you know what? It doesn't matter.
You know what? I wasn't married to the specific identities of the Bladelings. It's okay. We can switch them.
No love. No love.
I mean, to be fair, one of them is eating her friends.
Something.
Like, their friend is eating my friend, and I don't even get to eat one of their friends, so it's super unfair, and I don't like them.
Something. If you're going to treat me this rough, take Nat to dinner first.
Exactly.
No, that's your turn.
All right. Quick question.
Quick answer.
What material was that thing's foci made of?
You can't tell from. It's hard to tell from where you're sitting at, but if you had to swing it a guess, it's probably It's strangely probably a druidic focus.
Fuck. I was thinking I could be
Or at the
cheeky if it
very
was made of
least,
metal.
it's organic.
Yeah, I was thinking I could be cheeky if it was made of metal, but no dice. Oh well.
Oh, that would have been funny.
I know, which is why I was hoping, but since it's not, let's see. That's something, damn it, I want to use Spirit Guardians again, but I'm afraid of a counter spell. Fuck.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Damn you, dice. Ah. Oh. Okay. You know what? That's an action. Frick. We're just gonna go with the regular set of attacks. Fly up to it.
Okay, so you flap 20 feet.
Yep.
Make your attacks.
That's a
11
miss.
does not hit.
Tail attack. Okay. That's my turn.
Dori, it's your turn. As Vellos seems to be kind of freaking out in midair.
Okay. Dory's kind of had it with this lady. She's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level.
Okay.
Which is a
We're going to
wisdom
go ahead and
save.
counterspell that.
Ugh. Okay.
All right. As its own eyes glims with anti-magic and snaps your resolve. Or snaps your weave.
Okay, Dory really doesn't have much else she can do right now.
Well, it makes you feel any better, neither does this.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's another counterspell burned.
Yep.
Okay, that's gonna take things over to Grigori.
I stab the inside again with my short sword.
Alright, roll for attack. $15 will hit. Roll for damage.
That's 1d6
Yep, 1d6 plus your dex.
plus 4. 10.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nicely done.
Sweet.
Nicely done.
Nice.
That's max damage, isn't it?
Oh, wait, no, you said 45 feet. Never mind. I was about to ask whether Grigori can still get Twilight Sanctuary. I need to
Yes.
file in there.
45 feet away.
Yeah.
As the worn leather lets out a noise. A somewhat nauseated noise, but seems to be about it. Then for these guys, we got 1 con save for the moonbeam. What's your spell save?
13.
Pass.
10 damage.
Leaving it on its last leg.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and 5, 10, 15. Can make an attack. That's a miss on a 6.
Yep.
That's a miss on a 7.
Yep.
As it kind of limps over to you and makes a half-assed attempt. Five, 10, 15, 20. Oh, who do you want to go after?
Me.
He can't go after you. You're inside a creature.
15,
Well, it could cut the thing open.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's going to make a ranged attack on Lantern. Lantern, you're having spikes launched at you.
Unfortunate.
That's an 11.
They aren't launched at me very well.
And that one's a 7.
That one was launched even worse.
But y'all can relate.
Yes.
Fiona, your turn.
Bitch is still in the air.
Oh.
She is still 20 feet up, right?
Yeah, because she's clinging to the wall.
Yeah.
Legs kind of partly buried inside.
Well, the only thing I could do to reach her is to sling stones at her, so. And since Grigori is in her, Fiona's focus is kind of on helping him at the moment.
Makes sense.
Those other 3 can handle the little guys.
Miss.
That is not going to hit.
As a stone cracks across the wall, and miss.
That's a...
As
Yeah.
another stone cracks across the wall. Bruno, your turn.
Bruno is going to move 5 feet closer to the one that just fired at Lantern.
5.
And hit that one with his mace, or Morningstar.
Roll for attack. Miss.
Damn.
Relatively.
Yeah. Then he is going to walk around it without leaving
15.
melee.
Like right here.
Yep. In that location, would Grigori be within 30 feet of him?
You are just because Grigori would technically be in the center tile where the creature is.
It
You know, we're not going to fuck with math yet. He's in 30 feet of you.
Okay, then his bonus action will be to give Grigori some healing. Also, I confirmed, Twilight Sanctuary has the same rules as Moonbeam when it comes to that, by the looks of it. So, he will be able to that on his next turn.
Yep.
Hence why I wanted to get within range.
Okay.
Here we go.
Takes a 2
Gotta
initiative.
kill our
count.
bat boy.
And his healing is 7 points of healing.
Yay.
Okay, take it to initiative count 20. Finally, you guys jump out of a different area.
Oh no.
Boom. Boom. And a boom. As they come crawling out of different holes in the wall. And then Grigori, you're going to take another... You're going to take 6 acid damage this time.
Okay.
And then we're going to make 2 claw attacks for Vellos. Because you got close. That's going to be a... Is your modifier good? Okay, that's going to be 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, you're going to take... my dice. I have a whole bunch of dice in front of me. When I'm looking for the specific ones I need, I can't find them.
Touche.
Oh, when that happens.
That's going to hurt. You're going to take 21 points of slashing damage.
21?
Ow.
Yes.
Holy sh-
Okay, I should have burned the shield. Fuck me.
I mean... Time and place.
Yeah.
The other one is going to be a 12.
Miss. Okay, that's 15, so 7. That's his max current. Okay, that burned through the shield scales and 7 of his health.
Oh,
And that takes things over to Lantern.
I'm looking at my spell book real quick. One sec.
We're on like round 5.
Okay, so 60 feet ain't gonna get me to those 3 down there, I don't think.
It's round 5 or 6.
5, 10, 15, 20.
About 45 feet, I count it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not counting right. I would like to try to move Moonbeam into the center of those 3 jokers.
Okay. So these 3 guys.
Them's the ones.
Okay.
That won't be killing any of them, but
Fail. Fail. And pass.
13 damage, and then 6 damage. And how's everyone looking HP wise?
You saw Vellos just get nearly slapped out of the air.
You know what? I'm feeling like Vellos is getting a healing word.
It literally slapped the scales off him.
I think Vellos is getting a healing word at level 2. That's only, unfortunately, 7 points of healing, but that is 7 points of healing.
Hey, that's exactly how much he took to his actual HP.
Well, that's a happy coincidence then. And that is my action, movement, and bonus action, because I'm not moving.
Okay. Vellos, your turn.
Alright. Well, that hurt a lot.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid impact.
Right. We're going to try to maneuver so we're within range of Bruno's auras while still being in melee.
You might be able to fly underneath her.
Yeah, as long as I move while flying, I'm good, so. And now I'm heavily debating using my 3rd level spell slot. But I don't know if she has another counter spell. We're going to err on the side of caution. But instead, we're going to upcast Searing Smite to 2nd level.
This is the paranoia I strive to induce. Make your attack.
Yeah, you're taking advantage of my cautious nature.
Caution and Abaddite don't go hand in hand.
Huh? Oh,
Caution
yeah,
and
fair enough.
Abaddite don't go hand in hand.
Fuck that.
Yes.
Okay, bonus action Mateo. Wow, I cannot roll above a 10 on the die today, for the most part.
Unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Would it make
that's
you feel any
it.
better if I did a legendary attack at you?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably
That's
not.
fair, because it's still your turn.
Right, we're going to end my turn after, and I'm going to roll temp HP. It's 1d6 plus 5 now, yes, Bruno?
Yes.
Okay. 6 is better than nothing. Okay. Golem continuing to hate me.
I need to borrow your character sheet for just 1 second. I need to check. No, I'm just changing tabs on Bruno's character sheet. I need to look at something.
Gesundheit.
Bless
Thank you.
you.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and make that legendary claw attack.
Of course.
That's going to miss. That's a 14.
Yeah, no. Not eager for
Whoosh.
a repeat of that.
Swoosh. Okay, Dori, your turn.
Okay.
You had
Dori
very
wants
two lackluster swipes at you from behind.
Yeah. Dori is going to leave that guy there for the moment. She's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at the mother at 2nd level.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That's an 8.
That does not pass. So. 10.
10 psychic damage. Does it still move?
Hmm?
Sorry.
It says it's supposed to, but
Okay.
it also says it doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, so.
Yeah, so, it's now on the ceiling.
Oh,
Well,
God damn
this
it.
is okay.
How high up is it now?
About 30 feet.
Okay, that's still within my minimum range. The minimum range is 30 feet.
But now it's kind of upside down on the ceiling. Fiona, you look up and it's directly above you.
Of course you are.
I guess another opportunity attack.
Yeah, technically.
That's better.
Does not hit though.
Fuck.
Fortunately, that means it's gotten out of my ranges, my auras.
Mm.
No, I'm saying because it takes up a 15 by 15 area is why it's 30 feet away from Fiona from the ceiling, directly above you.
It's just too large to be out of my range.
Yes.
I will take that.
Grigori, your turn. As you kind of you can tell things have just gotten flipped over on yourself.
Hmm. Am I able to climb out of its
Not while it's
stomach?
alive.
Okay, so I can't make it. I can't make it like throw up or anything like that. Regurgitate.
You can by doing enough damage in one round while inside of it.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. I'm just gonna stab with my short sword again because that's the only thing I can do, I guess.
Unfortunately, you're in a bit of an odd spot.
Yeah.
Seventeen will hit though.
Mhm.
Hey, there we go. All right, so the damage is.
You
When do you
slash
say
away
plus
into a
4?
more tender area. In some ways. Other ways, not really.
I don't get the 1d6.
No, you still get
Right.
your 1d6 plus dex damage because it's your main hand attack.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that on the last one. But
No, you did.
I did. I remember. I'm getting too old. I can't remember. 9.
Okay. A little bit of an ow, but ow. All right. It's going to go ahead and take things to Fiona. Not Fiona, sorry. It's going to take things to these guys. So first I owe Lantern saves. Pass. Pass. Fail.
I rolled the
Fail.
wrong macro. Ignore that.
Fail. Consider it ignored.
Okay, that's going to be 16 damage to a fail and 8 to a pass.
Fail. Out. The rest of these guys are at. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move you up 5, 10, 15, 20. Claw attacks for Fiona.
That's fair.
That's going to be a 18 to hit.
Does not hit.
And that shield.
Yes.
And that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hello, pack tactics. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, that's going to be a... What is your guys' damage again? Oh god, I've been looking at the bigger one so long, I have to look up these guys again. Okay, that's going to be 8 piercing damage.
Ouch.
And then one more attack at 8. You had advantage. Double 7s on the dice. That's going to be that's going to be a 13 to hit.
No.
Double 13s. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go for 2 attacks on Dori. 12.
Nope.
16.
16 hits.
16 for 3.
Okay.
Not one thing, it's another. 3 slashing damage, and then we're gonna make 2 more ranged attacks on Lantern.
Okay.
14
Nope.
I'm sorry.
on Lantern.
These are on Lantern Door.
Okay. Sorry.
Are those
14 does not hit, no. 9 also does not hit.
Nobody's in it today.
Right? Us or the monsters.
But on the flip side, we get more. God, I need to make more minis. We're running out. Guys, can you kill these things faster? I'm running out of minis to place down.
I'm trying!
Well, if somebody would spit out like part of our team, maybe we'd be killing them faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't they supposed to show up on 20?
They are. I am jumping the shark. 14. Dori, or not Dori. I'm trying to get this over quick, because we've been here for 3 sessions. Fiona, your turn.
Alright, well, you know what? A distraction readily came up and started slashing at my face.
Yes.
So Fiona, since Miss Queen is on the ceiling.
Yes. Directly above you.
You're not trying to end it faster. You're making the enemies harder to get at.
It's that dissonant whispers.
Fiona has different targets to punch now. So Fiona's gonna punch these readily available targets.
Okay.
Because they are right here.
Yep.
Ah, jeez.
What is with the dice today?
13 does not hit.
Alright, second attack.
19 will
19!
hit.
Alright. That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's enough to take. Which one were you swinging at?
Probably the lower one. Yeah. And guess what? I get bonus action attacks this time.
Yay!
So she's gonna swing at this other guy.
Okay,
26!
that'll hit.
For 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
That'll be enough.
Excellent.
Just enough.
Get off me!
Doesn't want to. He just wants to be your friend.
Fiona going all Street Fighter on him.
They came in swinging, and so I started punching.
Bruno, your
A
turn.
combo breaker. I couldn't resist.
I don't know what they expected me to do. Of course I'm going to defend myself. Alright, I will roll temp HP since I am low on that.
Bruno, you're up. As Fiona rolls that.
Bruno is going to
Okay, back up to 10.
hit this one that he's right next to
Okay.
with his Morning Star. And miss.
Oh dear.
Ow.
Don't.
As it kind of turns its head to look at you with the clear intelligence of its eyes mirroring the Warren Mother above you, but the expression on its face, despite alien, reads, "You too, huh?"
Giving it the middle finger, Bruno will use Moment of Resolve.
It lacks such appendages.
Yeah, and unfortunately, from how you said it, I don't think Grigori is within range of either right now, unfortunately.
What's the range of those spells?
30.
5, 10. No, it's technically 40 feet away from you right now,
Yeah, I know.
which puts Grigori further away. But yeah,
Yeah.
now it's this stuff going on here. Okay. We're going to re-roll that to make it fair. Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys are coming out of this wall. Okay. And for those looking over there, you notice a pile of stuff in the corner. Bit hard to tell right now what it could be.
Ooh, that's interesting, but investigation later.
Also,
Yeah.
there's still a whole bunch of eggs on the wall here.
Investigation later, murder now.
Understandable. Next thing. Grigori, you're going to take 7 acid damage. What is with me in 7s?
I don't know.
29 out of 43.
Vellos, where are you?
If it moved like 20 feet, then he's out. He would be away from it, I think.
Okay.
He was like below it on the wall, or near the wall.
Alright. That's all I needed to know to determine my next choice of action here is going to be... We're going to throw a chromatic orb at Fiona.
Oh.
Oh,
That's going to be a... Wait, 24 to hit. Sorry, 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, that's going to be a... lightning damage. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. As you're going to take 11 lightning damage.
Ow.
shocking.
I don't need help fluffing my fur, thank you.
Fiona's a poof ball now.
Right?
Hee hee poofy thing. And then it's going to, we're going to continue moving along the ceilings. Technically, it's right here, so 5, 10, 15. Yeah, right there will do. As it crawls over along the ceiling, that takes things over to Lantern.
That's me.
Yes, it is.
Once again, don't want to get Grigori with the moonbeam, so I'm going to aim it at the small fry. Dealer's choice. Anywhere I can hit 2 of them.
There you go. Pass. Fail.
Okay, that is 16 damage for the fail and 8 for the pass.
Okay. Movement, bonus action.
No.
Okay. Vellos, your turn.
It's a free action to drop concentration on something, right?
Yes. You can just freely drop concentration whenever you want.
Just making sure, because Vellos is getting a little sick of his attacks bouncing off this thing, and his sense of caution is starting to ebb. We're going to risk it for the biscuit. Dropping Searing Smite and using Spirit Guardians.
And counter smell.
Counter smell? What?
Don't question it. You still have Spirit Guardians up.
Thank God my math was right. It only had the 2. Oh.
So moving towards it, how close? Assuming you're 15 feet in the air.
Yeah, if I can, I'd like to get it close enough to just catch it within the 15-foot aura.
15.
And if I can, I'd like to... If I can, I'd like to stay within Bruno's auras, too.
Hang on, you right here. I need to think here because it's 15 feet. You're 15 feet in the air. That's a gap of 15 feet between you and it. You want to stay within its aura. It has something we have not... You guys have not encountered yet. So, if you moved... Here. Would be good enough.
Okay. Con save, please. Oh, wait, 1 second, I gotta double check whether it's a con or a wisdom save. In a few sessions.
Please do, because it's proficient in con.
Wisdom save, not con. Glad I double checked that.
Pass.
Oh,
Actually, no, you're more than 15 feet away. Never mind. You're 20 feet away. You're good.
okay.
Pass. No, wait, what's your spell save?
My spell save is 15.
Fail.
Okay. 3d8 radiant incoming.
Roll it.
2 1s, really? Okay. 9 points of radiant damage.
Relatable. So what you're
Hey,
saying is 7.
it's... Huh?
Dori, your turn. If that's all you're doing, Vellos, it's Dori's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll temp HP again because I got the minimum last time. I'll take a 4. Or a 9, rather. And that's it.
Dori? Oh, okay.
Dori, you're muted.
That's the problem. Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Okay.
This thing is annoying me.
That's
Came
going to
after
be
me.
An 18 on the save.
That saves, so it takes 9 damage
Okay.
and doesn't have to move.
Okay, Grigori, you're up. If that's all you're doing there,
No.
Dori.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it looking now?
The problem is you guys have mostly inflicted magical damage on it.
Well, crap.
So it is a huge spell scarred bug looking lizard. But Fiona's puffy. 18
Yes,
hit,
yes,
general
I am.
damage.
Oh shit! I forgot the 1d6. God damn it.
No, you did it right.
Okay.
Points. Okay.
He forgot his proficiency die. Did he?
No. No, he did. He got the proficiency die in the melee attack. Or in the roll to hit. And then he did the short sword, which is a d6 plus 4 damage. Because of his dex, so he did all that correctly.
Okay, I had it backwards.
Just gonna bring it over to these guys. First, I owe Lantern some saves. Fail. And fail.
14 damage to both.
Okay, that's gonna clear out both of these guys.
Neat.
Okay. We're going to do... We're going to make 2 slashing attacks on Bruno.
Okay.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
How's about a 13 to hit?
Nope.
Okay, well, can't blame him for trying.
Yes, I can.
Can't blame him for trying.
I will blame him all I want.
Then we're going to make 2 slashing attacks on Dori. It's going to be a 17 to hit.
Ow, that hits.
Okay, that's going to be 3 damage.
Okay.
And then we're going to do... oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh,
Silvery barbs.
Are you at first level spell slots yet?
No. I've used one first level spell.
Well, that's going to be another 17 then.
okay.
And that's another 1 on the die for 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
And this dude is going to... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hi, Fiona.
Hi.
How's it going? You're looking
Fiona
poofy.
doesn't know.
This guy's going to help unpoof you. Well, that's a 17 to hit.
No.
That's even worse. That's a 16 to hit.
No.
Well, he has failed in trying to unpoof you.
Good.
Fiona, your turn.
All right. Well, this guy just walked up to her.
Yes. It's saying hi. How's it going?
He is saying hi. And Fiona doesn't like him. Because he just tried to slash her. So. I'm guessing the other ones are probably too close for me to get a free engage.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
That's a
It does.
15 to hit him.
15. I have to check the AC. 1 second. 15 hits.
Right. That is 8 points of Blaguggan damage.
This is why I shortened it to blunt.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure what damage type Blaguggan is, but okay, 8 damage taken. 8 of it has been taken.
He's going to swing at it again.
21
For
hit.
21 to hit.
Just getting the shit out of it, man.
For another 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
No, just Bluggy on.
It's my favorite evolution.
Blugian.
It's just your favorite because it uses a massive hammer. Like, it's not even
Alright.
part of the Pokemon. It literally just goes down to Home Depot and gets a dead blow hammer.
So is it still alive?
Yes.
Alright. Well. She's gonna bonus action punch it again. But that's
12
a
does
12,
not hit.
so it probably doesn't hit. I'm going to incessant strike it.
Oh no.
2 points of
still up.
damage!
It's,
I
Oh,
laughed
it's
so
still up
hard.
as you redirect your mist into a smack across the face. It's still up.
That is fair. That will end her turn.
Bruno, your turn.
Because, no, wait, I want to,
Yes.
temp HP.
Oh, so Bruno, your
Okay.
turn.
Bruno will hit it with his mace again.
Okay, or at least try to.
Or try to, yes. Well, Morningstar.
How you hit?
Yay! For 15 points of... Wow, max damage.
That'll take it.
Nice.
That'll overdo it, but that'll take it.
Yep.
Bonus action movement.
Movement he will place himself pretty much directly under the brood mother. The Warren
So you're
mother.
Going under the Warren Mother.
Yep.
Please understand
I
there is
believe
a-
that'll... Yeah. I believe that will put Grigori within 30 feet of him.
Not quite, unfortunately.
Damn!
Because its underside is up against the ceiling, and Grigori is technically in the underside.
Damn! And I don't have a climbing speed.
No.
So I can't get up there.
Nor do you have a flying speed. There we go.
Not
Good
yet.
enough.
Not yet. Damn.
I don't.
So I
like how
can't
you said
heal
that
him
yet.
now. Next level.
Where are you getting a fly speed from?
Depth of night. As long as I'm in dim light or darkness, I have a flying speed equal to my walking speed.
Hmm.
From as a Twilight Domain cleric. I'm basically running on the darkness.
I'm going to make you eat that later.
Probably yes.
We're gonna encounter enemies using light spells.
Doesn't matter because right now you are
probably.
actually in bright light.
Huh.
The pool, the bioluminescent fungi, this place is illuminated.
Oh. It's bright light, not dim light? Okay.
Correct. It is blue, but is still bright light.
Bright light.
Everything
Yep.
is blue washed.
Okay, so no, I would not have a flying speed.
No.
Not unless I somehow got rid of the pool.
No.
Or whatever is giving it. Alright, so yeah, no, Bruno doesn't really have anything he can do then.
Count 20 then.
Damn.
Out of the roll area. Okay.
Sorry, Grigori, I tried.
You guys are popping out over here. But you're avoiding the moonbeam. Then we have. That's my other d6. Grigori, you're going to take 9 acid damage. I've broken out of the 7s.
Yay.
Not yay.
And then we're
No.
going to,
Yeah,
since
you're
nobody
kind
is
of low on
technically in
health.
range,
Yeah.
we are going to. Well, hang on.
Oh. Since it started its turn in Europe, it needs a save.
Yes.
Another wisdom, please.
That's going to be 15.
That matches the save, so it takes 6, I think.
And
Matching succeeds, right?
Yeah, matches. Yep. Matching DC 6 passes.
Yeah, it passed, so it takes 6 radiant damage,
Go ahead and-
but its movement speed is still halved.
It's fine. We're going to go ahead and make a spell attack on you, Vellos. We're going to throw Chromatic Orb at you. And that's going to be a... That's going to be an 18 to hit.
18?
Yes. Or no, sorry,
That
19.
That does not hit.
Okay, as a bolt of flame, as an orb of flame whips right past you. Actually, no, at a 19, that probably hits your actual shield.
He sees it coming, brings up the shield in time. Toasty.
Roasty toasty. Okay, that brings things over to... Yes, that brings things to Lantern.
Okay. So you know those guys who are avoiding the moonbeam?
Yes,
One of them is now avoiding the moonbeam.
of course. Okay. Just gonna roll 2 dice at once here. Both of them failed.
24 damage each.
Jeez.
Ouch.
Third level moonbeam is a really good spell.
You know, if these things had a concept of self-preservation,
You're
They'd be
just
mad at
piling
you.
up corpses at this
Got
point.
fucking big piles of them to be mad at me, I guess. I'm actually...
Rangers is piling up the corpses.
So could you point me to where these eggs I've heard discussion of are? Okay, I'm
And
just
to repeat
really-
that, just in case somebody got it.
I'm just gonna... Is there a way that I can sort of hugging the wall get within about 60 feet of that?
You as Lantern? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is about as far as you can get right now. That puts you...
Fantastic. I'm gonna maybe try to do something next turn if everyone is still alive that I don't want to be alive.
Lantern has now finally entered the chamber. This entire
That's why
combat, she's been outside.
That's why they're
Yeah, but, you know,
terrifying.
I have a special interest in eggs,
All
so
for celebration. Also, Vellos, your turn.
Right. We are... Honestly, we're just gonna fly up and smack it.
Okay. So wing away. $13 does not hit.
Good God. Tail attack.
15 doesn't hit either.
Okay, I'm... That's all, that's it.
Okay. Dori, your turn.
Okay. Once more at second level, Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. Ouch, that's going to be a failing save.
Okay. See if I can roll halfway decent this time. 14.
Okay. Bruno,
Yes.
I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
I think I know what it just did.
Incoming.
Yep, it just dropped itself on me. Dang it, Dori. Well, it at least brings Grigori within range. 14.
That's good enough, I'm going to say, as you all... Bruno, you were able to throw yourself out of the way just in time as the rest of you, as everything in this room, I should say, kind of drops to their knees as you're met with a screeching psychic death knell.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
As it
Oh.
drops from the ceiling and just crashes to the ground. And as Bruno, you're able to avoid being flattened.
Yeah, you were half right, Bruno. It wasn't dropping to run, it was dropping dead.
Yep.
Okay. And interesting. Okay. So these two are stunned.
Okay.
As everyone else, including Grigori, your ears are left ringing from that psychic screech. Speaking of which, Grigori, it's your turn.
wait a minute. I get to roll my temp HP.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna cut myself out of it.
Okay. To make things quick and simple, you may use half your movement to exit prone from this mouth region. Or not half your movement, your full movement to just...
Crawl out.
Yes.
Yay! I'm back, guys. What's up? What I missed?
Yay! Welcome back.
Hooray!
David back.
You're back and alive.
Yes. Okay.
On a
There's still
further
two
side
enemies on the
note,
ground?
Grigori, you stink.
Awesome. You said my full movement, right? So I
Yes,
can't
full
move anywhere.
movement to exit prone as you kind of just crawl back up its throat and just pry open its jaws and just flop out on the ground.
To feed to someone else right there. Who is that?
Bruno.
Bruno. I'm gonna look up at him and say, "Hey."
Hey.
I can't stand up on because that takes half my movement.
Yeah.
So I literally can't do anything. And do I get temp HP?
Yeah.
Okay, so I roll temp HP. All right.
6 plus 5 because of Bruno's thingy.
Six. All right. And I'm gonna end my turn, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's going to go ahead and take things up to Fiona.
Okay, because the creatures are stunned.
Yep.
Well, there's this one right in front of her that she's going to work on dispatching.
All right.
If it's stunned, is that at advantage then?
Yes. I forgot to roll for this one, but it started foaming at the mouth instead of being stunned.
Oh.
I can't, from where I'm sitting, I can't actually see it without leaning forwards. Yeah, that'll hit.
That's a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
9 points of bludgeoning.
That's enough. That's enough.
Alright, how far away is the other one?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 feet.
Fiona will
swing it.
Fiona will engage because she's got a movement range of 40.
Yeah. Fast rat. As you leave the pool, just that creeping sensation shoots up your mind. Sticky, sticky, sticky.
Sticky, sticky, sticky!
Your
And I
paws-
punch it!
That'll hit.
Oh, wow. When? I'm gonna...
Yeah. That'll
Okay.
that'll definitely hit at a 28.
Alright.
Or whatever. No,
Right?
29. I'm sorry.
Ow.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And she will bonus action punch it again. For a 23. For 8 more points of bludgeoning damage. If it's still standing, she will use
Yes.
a key point to flurry of blows to punch it a 4th time. For a natural 20.
Okay.
Jeez.
Ow.
So just as a reminder, Fiona can, without critting, roll a 30 to hit. That'll take
He's
it down.
really good at punching.
Alright. There we go. 13
is-
more points of bludgeoning damage to kill it. That's not the last one.
No,
So
there's
she'll
one
start
over there.
moving 10 her last 5 feet towards it.
You know, it's scary because with rolls like that, not even Vellos can do anything.
Alright. So that ends Fiona's turn.
Bruno. That whereas the other ones got stunned, this one has gone foaming at the mouth with something adjacent to rage.
Okay. All right. Is the big one still alive, or
No, it's
that one's dead, right?
dead.
That's what I thought. Sorry, it's just with it still on the board. I wanted to double check.
It's still on the board because how big it is makes for an obstacle on the board.
Yeah, fair enough. However, he is not going after the other one. He is going to use his bonus action and action to give Grigori some healing. So, action, cure wounds. You know what? Let's make that second level cure wounds. No, that's healing word. There we go.
I think you need to move away from the thing next to you.
I'm in range of Grigori.
Yeah. Grigori is
Okay.
right next to him.
Cure
Oh, that's-
wounds.
That's Dori I was thinking of. My bad. Confused it too.
Yeah. For 12 points of healing on the cure wounds.
Ooh.
And then I will bonus action or a vitality heal you. For another 2d6. For another 9 points of healing for a total of 23 points of healing. Sorry, 21.
Nice.
Bring you... Yep.
That's a lot of healing.
Yeah.
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 That's more than half my health.
So
Thank you.
I think he's pretty healed for now.
Yep.
That will Bruno will then go and give Dori flanking with the thing, with the other one, the one that's frothing.
Okay.
It frothers.
Yep,
Something
and that will
inside
end his
broke.
turn. Yeah, that will end its turn.
It went feral.
Yeehaw.
Okay, that's going to go ahead and take things over to Lantern.
So here's the thing. I don't think I can put Moonbeam anywhere that isn't going to hit one of you guys. So I'm going to keep making my way over towards those eggs.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or 30, either one.
I would like the one closer to the wall, please.
Okay.
And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Vellos.
Right. Much as I would like to try something with the egg, we're going to descend and try to help out with that last rabid bladeling.
Okay. And so yeah, that would be enough. In a triangle, that would be enough to get you right there.
We're gonna smack it.
Alright, roll for it.
Advantage or no?
Yes.
Okie dokie. That's C20, not D20. There. I thank you, advantage. For 9 points of damage.
Okay. The first time this thing has been hit.
Rung its bell. Now let's try for the tail whip.
Okay,
17.
the tail hits.
Yay. For another 5.
Okay.
Oh, right, and it also needs to make a wisdom save because I brought it into the aura.
Actually, it's just going to automatically fail that.
Oh, yeah, then this is probably going to kill it.
Yep, that'll finish
14.
it off. Okay. That concludes combat. Finally.
Yay.
We did it!
I got
Yay!
swallowed.
Yay!
Yeah, not your
How
first.
many rounds did that take?
That was
So many.
8 rounds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So that was some people's abilities were almost expiring.
Yeah.
Sorry that
Yeah.
took so long.
It's alright.
Seems like this might be the place in the session to take a break.
Yes, and I would also like to open this up with yeah, let's go take a break, then we'll yeah.
Yeah.
Go get drinks, go get snacks.
Right.
Okay.
See y'all in a few. Alright, welcome back everyone. Drinks and food situated. And time to get this situation situated.
Yay.
Alright, you have a deceased Warren mother in the middle of the room that some of you have become intimately familiar with against your will.
Oh, yes. I was deep in there, too.
Lantern would like to call across the room that Dori might want to take a picture of that.
Dori will take a picture of that.
Kind of like a big game hunter picture.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rabbit for scale.
Actually, she will ask everybody to gather around so she can get a picture of everybody.
Okay.
and she'll put Grigori in the front.
So those standing around Grigori, not just the nearest ones, but everyone, he's got that profuse stink of bile emanating off of him.
You smell like somebody boiled eggs in throw up, Grigori.
Gross.
Mm.
Yay.
I would like to remind the DM that I am trying to eat food.
The DM would like to remind them that the DM is also eating something.
I'm sitting here eating my pickles with a smile on my face. Fucking skill issue, dude.
Yeah, we're getting you a bath when we get back up, Gregor.
Actually,
Grigori.
Yeah.
yeah, we can do some prestidigitation too.
That will clean up the armor. It will not clean up the bat.
Okay.
While she is casting enough to at least get his clothes clean, Lantern is going to skitter back over there towards them eggs.
This is the kind of stink that permeates the flesh. All right, Lantern, what are you doing?
I would like to go over to those eggs, and
Yes.
I don't know if... I don't have any idea if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but do you know what egg candling is?
Yes. It's when you hold a light underneath an egg to see what's inside of it.
Yeah, to sort of check the development of the embryo.
Congrats.
Yep.
You don't need to do that with these.
Transparent?
The bug part seems to be showing in their egg structure. In so much that looks like a bug egg, it's kind of transparent.
Experimentally, Lantern would like to try to remove one.
How tall is Lantern?
3 foot even.
Okay.
But she can stand up on her tippy toes and become much taller.
It's not the height of reaching them, it's more just a case that the eggs are 2 feet around.
Got it. Okay. Then this is sort of a dragging a beanbag gesture more than...
It very much so wants to stay a sphere. Despite the transparency, it is solid. But yes.
Why am I envisioning Lantern sort of wedging herself between the wall and the egg and pushing it with her feet?
Sure, why not?
I mean, if it
kind
works,
of wedge one of the closer ones to the floor off.
Now, when it hits the ground, what happens?
We're presuming you're doing the low ones already closer to the ground, so it just kind of rolls.
I would like to try with a higher one.
Okay. So here, at the very least, from your height, you're starting to learn these things might have a degree of impact resistance. In so much, it wouldn't do good to be a creature that puts its eggs a good, 30, 40 feet in the air and have them be something breakable from that kind of a drop, is kind of the picture you're starting to get.
Okay. She is going to go up to Vellos and ask to borrow a pickaxe. You see, she'd have one of her own, but...
Fine. By the way, while Spirit Guardians is off, do you guys want me to do a pass over most of the eggs? Assuming they count as creatures, would be a quick way to,
I think eggs count as objects.
Ah, crap.
So I can stick them inside my wings?
No, because they're it's one of those weird things, because they're living, but they're still considered objects.
It's like a tree.
Yeah.
That would mean they take double acid damage from me, though. if they're counted as objects for that purpose.
What would they?
Either way, Lantern is running a detailed set of experiments on the eggs.
Roll an attack roll, because I know that's what you're going to try and do.
Pickaxe is the first experiment, yes. just a d20 because I don't have any skill with it or anything, or
It would be a d20 with your strength mod.
okay.
Because I believe a pickaxe it's an improvised weapon, so it would just be with your strength mod regardless.
While she's doing that, Bruno will go by everyone and make sure that everyone gets the 2d6 healing while he has time,
Yep.
if he has enough time to get everyone that's
Yep.
injured.
Okay. Give me 1d4 plus your strength factor. You hit it. You're having a hard time telling the kind of damage you did to it, but you do know you definitely struck the pickaxe solidly.
I'm gonna keep trying to chisel away at it over time, concentrating blows on the same point over and over again.
Probably should have specified you're trying to break the wall or one of the eggs.
One of the eggs.
Okay. So after another solid blow or two, you're met with a very unpleasant stink. Not like a rot stink, but more like I guess a kind of like natural defense to discourage nest raiders.
Ew.
Along with the painted mental image of, okay, what raids these things' nests?
Lantern.
He's got a point.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyways.
We could try to extract some goo.
Okay, that's easy enough. You can extract some, what's the white? In this case, it's transparent, but what would the white be? What's the white of the egg called? I don't remember.
Albumen.
Albumen. Yeah, you can extract some albumen.
How many files do I have?
What's everyone else doing while Lantern's doing this? I know Bruno said you're making sure everyone gets their healing that needs it.
Yeah, while the Aura of Vitality is still
Yeah.
up. You don't have to use another spell slot.
Vellos is gonna check out the pile of crap in the back. See
Okay,
what's
so
up with
there's
that.
2 things here worth noting. One is there seems to be some carefully set aside eggs over here with some honeycomb-like structures around them, or beside them. Over here is a pile of half-eaten remains of what you are going to easily assume were other adventurers or soldiers,
Well,
with
The
their
second one is-
equipment still laying about.
the second pile's dark.
And
That's
yet not very surprising.
no, not
No.
really. Let's check out the set aside eggs, because that has me curious and worried.
So
Lantern is going to
um,
extract 5 vials of the gross
Okay.
spider
Okay.
chicken egg goo.
Okay. As you're checking out the give me a nature check.
Okay, I am not proficient in that. Right, I don't have good intelligence. Okay, you decide to cooperate on this. Fine.
Okay, this is kind of hilarious. Looking at this, you kind of start thinking of bees and how bees will set aside some larvae for more than just growing into drones or the regular bees and develop into more nest makers. Princesses, if you
Okay.
will.
I think I found more. I think I found eggs that'll turn into more of that thing.
Burn them
Oh,
with
dear.
fire.
Don't know.
We should scramble them!
I don't know if this is just a hunch. I don't know for sure. But
Burn them with fire.
If there's a chance,
Agreed,
burn
this is
them
how
with
you cook
fire.
it. Cooked eggs do not hatch. I tried. It doesn't work.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Thought it would end up with a phoenix. Turned out to end up being a rotten chicken egg. Doesn't work. Don't recommend it.
Ew. Ah,
I mean, there are more things you could do with you could use them for, or do with them. You have a lot of options that you may or may not be aware of.
I mean, I don't know what makes these things hatch, but
I would love to try to hatch one, but it is so big that I do not think I would be able to get it back
no,
very easily.
absolutely not. I was thinking of taking one to a weapon jet.
Oh, I was going to mail him some jars of the goo, but again, I think it would be very difficult to get an actual egg out of here into a weapon jet.
Yeah, difficult, easier than the big one, but still big
Yeah.
eggs.
I mean, they're all around the same size. There is, as far as you can tell, nothing else coming.
Yeah, I mean, because seems clear, so we could take it. Might be awkward to explain to the guards, but
I will help roll it if necessary, but it will be very heavy and difficult to get out.
anyway, while we figure out what, if anything, to do with those, Alice is gonna check the bodies.
Okay, well, Vellos is doing that. Who else? Fiona, you haven't said anything.
Well, Fiona's gonna get the healing from Bruno.
Yes. What else are you doing?
I think she'll probably help Vellos go through the pile of morbid.
Okay. As your foot paws kind of stick to the ground with each step you take, that stick snap sound.
Squatch, squatch, squatch.
While Vellos is focused on these, Lantern is going to scoop up as many of his fallen scales as she can grab.
Okay, so there's a lot here. There is chewed up armor. There are chewed up remains.
Yep.
There are bags with their contents torn open, tossed about, and to your unsurprising, the shreds of ration wrappers.
Yeah, I mean, they don't taste good, but they're still food, and these things are like locusts.
Yeah, they probably don't care what it tastes
Um,
like.
One of you feel free to give me an advantaged investigation check, or both of you
I'll
give
do
me
it.
advantage. Okay.
I have
Fiona would be
expertise.
keeping an eye out for like dog tags or anything, just to identify anyone military.
That is 26.
Okay. You're able to find, amongst the things, you are able to find a couple of ID tags.
Okay.
They're a little more simple than what you would consider, than what you would recognize as a modern dog tag. These are more of, they're still embossed metals, but more so just with a name and kingdom that they are from.
Okay.
Amongst that, you find a variety of weapons, and as you're looking around Vellos, you overturn a partially chewed up bull's carcass, and because something about it catches your eye in the general shape of how some of the other bodies are laying around it, and as you overturn his remains and push the others off, you find gripped solidly in his hands is a two-handed weapon that catches your interest. On the one side of it, it has kind of looks like a iron representation of the sun with eight rings of spiked metal around it, going across the poles. So,
Hello,
and
what
on
are
the other
you?
side, and on the opposing end, is it looks to be a sensor. So, the thing you would light incense inside of and swing around.
Yeah,
It looks like a sensor in the shape of a red bull's head with a sunburst on one of the eyes.
hello, what are you? This
Obeyed.
is definitely Albadian.
As was the person holding it.
Quick prayer for a fellow believer. As he picks up the strange weapon.
Which seems to have gotten a lot of mileage, at least in here before they went down, as a lot of blackish blue has been dried across the sun piece, or the sun end.
Yeah, that checks out. You've given them a hell of a fight before getting taken out. All right, well,
There are several other swords and spears among the mess as well.
well, he'll sort out the still serviceable items, but unless any of them seem exceptional, it's
Catch your eye is a trident and a rapier. Or not a rapier, sorry, a scimitar.
okay. We'll take those as well.
As you kind of those ones are easier to get, but you kind of have to manually unfurl those fingers one at a time around that two-handed Morningstar looking beast.
Yeah, he's gonna have that in a death grip. That makes sense. It was a scimitar and a trident, right?
Yes.
Speaking of weapons, Fiona's gonna go pick up her sword.
Fair enough. It's
Um,
all
And-
covered in that sticky blue.
Yep. Speaking of sticky blue, Fiona's gonna fill 4 of their empty vials with it.
Okay.
Does it glow still in the vial?
Yes, what doesn't glow as much as, like, while it still has some faint glow to it, is the stuff that's sticking to your legs, exposed to the air.
Okay.
And as you lean down to scoop some up in the vials, there's a certain kind of sweet smell to it. But this is actually kind of a pleasant sweet.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, more stuff for a weapon to examine.
Lantern would like to go up to that substance also and sniff it once she sees that. I'm
Yeah, Fiona's
curious.
It doesn't smell bad. It also,
Okay.
yeah, no, it doesn't smell bad.
All right.
Lantern has a theory she would like to test.
Okay. Are you tasting it?
That is yes.
More kobold taste testing.
As you, are you scooping some of it up or just sticking your face in there?
Oh, I'm scooping up a small amount.
Okay.
You lick it first.
As you take a taste of it, it kind of it coats your it becomes a more the surface of it on contact to air becomes sort of sticky, allowing you to basically scoop up a small blob of it in your hand. And as you taste it, it coats your mouth in this sticky, but it has a sweet taste to it that's hard to pin down.
I think Lantern pins it down immediately. As she says, thoughtfully, honey.
Or at the very least adjacent.
What?
Not, though, perhaps not quite honey.
Closer to a jelly honey, like maybe like the stuff that the bees make when they're trying to make new queen bees. Gosh, I can never remember what that's called. She frowns down at it.
Royal
And-
jelly?
Yes,
Huh.
probably that, because it's still pretty sweet, but she sort of wobbles the blob that she has scooped out.
It wibbles. It wibbles with your wobbling.
Well, that's interesting.
If you mix this with the eggs, you could make the worst custard imaginable.
All right. Well, found.
Please do not experiment. I do not want to taste the worst custard imaginable.
Yeah.
Well,
please
nobody
don't.
wants to eat the worst custard imaginable. That's obvious. She looks at you as though you have said something incredibly silly.
Anyway, I found 3 potentially magic or at least unique weapons in a pile of stuff.
Do you
there's
want
some
me
more.
to detect and identify on them?
Sure.
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble. The rest appear to just be your conventional stuff. Serviceable, but nothing exceptional.
Okay.
The
Dori will
armors
come
are
over.
long past serviceable.
Except the armor. No armor.
Don't know what a can opener is or canning, but it sure does look like somebody took a can opener to some canned food with those guys.
Yeah, it's like something peeled them.
Yeah.
Well, I've got
Dori
ID
will-
tags, so
Good to
Dori
hand to the
will-
guards.
Rich will cast identify 3 times for the 3 weapons.
During this time, Lantern is wandering around drawing pictures of the spider chickens for the notes she intends to send to
Are you
Wakajet.
sure you want to wait around 30 minutes of casting in here?
Yeah, let's wait till we get to the surface for that.
Okay,
Maybe
Yeah.
that's fine. Do we want
Yeah.
to start actually killing these eggs? I really don't want to leave them behind us.
Take a
well,
picture first, I think, because to show how many there are and exactly what a good job we did by killing them.
Okay. Dori will take a picture.
Did you guys want to collect any, like you were talking about beforehand?
We'll collect. I think Vellos will insist on collecting one of the potential brood mother, whatever these things are. One of the potential queen eggs, for lack of a better term. But that'll be all he insists on.
Okay. Do you want to take one of the honeycomb structures with you as well? They would be as easily separatable, though not nearly as large.
Yeah, might as well. It's another sample to.
Okay.
It's another useful sample.
As you peel off a few hexagonal blocks.
While they're doing that, Dori is smashing eggs.
It's going to start
Once-
smelling here real quick.
Yeah.
Once the samples are secured and out of the way, Vellos will offer to use an acid breath to help speed things up.
Cool.
probably be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Better
Given
than
how long it
smashing.
took for Lantern to get one in with the pickaxe, I think she is just going to go around diagramming things and taking notes on the anatomical structures of the bladelings and stuff like that.
Right.
You're
Vellos
finding
is
difficulties to compare them to things.
Vellos is
I
going
would
for
say-
maximum coverage here.
I would say, and this is the part where you find they're acid immune, but just for brevity's sake, you guys go through and smash up the nest.
Damn. Of course they are. Ah well. Thought I'd try.
Good to know, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's very good to know.
Should we
We're not
report
wrong.
back, or should we keep?
Yeah, we've done our job, I think.
I
All
don't
that's
think
left.
there's any more cave left to explore because they blocked off the only other path we could go down.
All we have left to do is burn the smuggler's stash and the sun drop.
Is there anything
Ugh.
else you're forgetting?
I mean, if there is, I'm forgetting it.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was like a session or two ago, so it's
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not. Nothing is clear in my memory. It
I
was.
meant
It might as.
I meant just from the recent engagement you had in this room.
But the, I mean, we got samples of the eggs, the honeycomb,
Mushrooms.
the mushrooms, the royal jelly. We can't really take the queen with us. There's the attendant, but I guess a picture of the flying attendant's corpse wouldn't be bad. We probably can't take the corpse with us, but more
The
documentation.
core the queen was using to cast magic with. Could we get that out?
oh
right,
yeah.
the foci.
Yeah.
Okay, as you climb onto its chest, or yeah, no, as you climb up onto who's getting it?
It would depend, I think, on what type of role it would be. If it's a
No,
survival,
I mean who's retrieving it? Oh, so
Dori will.
because it would definitely probably be that would be all right. Dori, you want to climb up and grab it?
Yeah.
Okay, as you climb up onto its chest and grab it, you find yourself having to dig your fingers in just a little bit as it seems embedded into its chest. And as you start to
Ick.
pull... Yes?
I just said ick.
Ah, yes.
I'm responding to having to dig in my fingers.
And as you start to pull and pull it out, it gradually comes out, at first with some resistance, before it feels like it relaxes in your grip and you're able to withdraw it. And you find yourself holding something that's adjacent to a lobster in appearance with a gemstone embedding, or encrusting, I should say, along its back. As you kind of hold it up and look at it, and it looks back at you.
Wait, it's
wait, it's alive?
Intelligent?
that is
You're
the
not sure if it's
funkiest looking.
intelligent, but it is definitely an
It is
arcane
making
focus.
me think
It's definitely
of-
some kind of focus, and it is definitely alive.
That is the funkiest lobster I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
Is that still alive?
Yes, it's still alive.
Well,
Do you have any spell slots to identify that right away?
Yeah, I can do a regular identify, and I will do
Yes.
that.
'Cause I think figuring out what that is kind of important.
Yep.
Okay.
I will do a straight identify.
It is a
Which is
druid's
it?
focus right off the bat.
Druid
Okay.
focus.
It is a +1 to plus
Ooh.
focus. It is a living focus, or symbiotic focus. So it allows for hands-free casting, but has to link with... It has to attune to the caster as much as the caster has to attune to it.
Okay.
But it allows for hands-free casting. You
Huh.
still, however, anything that requires verbal components, you still need to gesture, but you can hold a two-handed weapon while gesturing.
interesting. Hey, Lantern, want a new friend?
The thing is, it is not wise to invite a parasite onto yourself.
The word symbiote will be reinforced.
Hold on, before we make the decision, I remembered one of my abilities that I didn't use when I really should have at one point.
Good job.
Yeah, alright. Where is it? Ah, yes. Vulpine Deduction.
Ah,
Is
A fox connects intuitive dots to make smart decisions in the moment. As an action, you can focus yourself on a closed-ended decision you face. It must have a limited sense of potential choices. Some examples include which exit to take out of a dungeon room, which suspect to accuse of a crime, or which of two pies to take your dessert from. Make a
Okay.
DC 10 intelligence check. If you succeed, the GM tells you something about one of the possible decisions. For
Alright.
example, the east exit seems dangerous. The old man wasn't in town the night of the crime. Or
Okay.
the blueberry is a bad flavor for a pie.
First off, that's a
Okay.
lie, but go on.
That's
Absolutely.
bullshit.
That's objectively wrong.
Objective there, but yes.
No, that's
Okay.
subjectively wrong.
Yes. You learn something cryptic but helpful on a success.
Okay,
Is
so
all
what
it
are you
said.
wanting to deduce a potential answer to? Or answers?
Whether we should allow our nice, naive kobold
I would like you to change your word.
Too
I
many
would like
people
you
at
to
once.
change your wording from allow to persuade.
Okay, yes, persuade. I think it
Alright,
was
give me
check,
my
yeah.
intelligence check.
Yep. Sure, yep. Yes, I'm wishing we did this when we found a certain dagger.
Right.
I think I passed.
Yes. Okay, so on the one paw. This is something you just extracted from a Bladeling Warren Mother's chest, which it had been using to focus its own spells through.
Mm-hmm.
On the other, it is symbiotic and allows one to focus spells while having both hands occupied. Sure, you still have to gesticulate with your arms, but the finer finger
Yeah.
movements are no longer needed.
Hmm.
Just DC'd and reconnected there. Huh.
I worry about this only because of where we found it, but it is a very useful thing.
It's also
That
a
would be
very
my-
nasty thing, and it looks like it might like embed itself into my flesh. And I don't like Lantern doesn't have any piercings, dude. Seems like kind of an extreme first step.
Point. It would be a very extreme first step, yes.
yeah.
But it would, I think, make Moonbeam stronger.
It would. Again, the fact that we pulled it out of a Bladeling Hive Queen and it's still alive reduces the appeal of inviting it to embed itself in my flesh. Especially because whatever size this thing is, it was probably like incidental, non-issue on a
Dori, you
Warren
would put
Queen?
this close to around tiny size. It does kind of just fit in your hand with the front and back. It kind
I
of
still don't
fits in
trust
your
it.
hand something like a little bit longer than this, so probably about maybe still a little bit longer, but yeah.
That's
And
one
the
on
answer
that.
to does Lantern want a new friend is not this one, thanks.
Well, crap. Hmm.
No, she would eat one. This is going a little bit far.
Let's figure out a way to carry it. Maybe we can get some cash for it.
Well, I am willing to offer you some cheesecloth to wrap it up in.
Cool.
Okay.
And just to be sure, Fiona will go check the other magic flying guy, make sure there's nothing weird about him that can be extracted.
Nothing. Well, I mean, unless you wanted to skin it or yank some spines out of it, or reach inside its throat and feel around to see if it has any kind of breath-weapon gland.
Probably not.
Fair enough.
I know a group that would.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Items gathered up.
Yep.
Your living focus has, I guess, been cheeseclothed.
Yeah.
For convenient transportation, so it doesn't try to embed itself in you, and if it does, you can pull it out by the cheesecloth.
As it just kind
That
of
sounds more painful.
it shifts about a little bit to get its head poking back out from being wrapped up.
Hey, that's admittedly kind of cute.
Burrito!
The worst burrito ever.
Yeah!
I'm picturing it. It's just awful.
And as you guys begin to make your way out of this chamber and down the halls, you begin to hear these sounds of fighting.
Ah,
The screeching of bladelings, of... Some of those sounds do not sound natural even for these things.
Oh, that's...
They're probably not doing super good after the queen who was psychically connected to all of them died.
Probably not.
that's
No,
probably
probably
true.
not.
They might be fighting with each other.
Let's burn that smuggler's stash and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Right?
As you proceed to make double time.
Yes.
Yep.
Burning it
Mhm.
easy enough, you find Sundrop is, to your distress, combustible and begins to
Oh.
aerate and gas.
Oh no.
So getting out
Alright,
of
get out of
there
here.
is your
Yeah, we're
Yes.
lighting the
Good
torch
idea.
and running.
Yay.
Don't want to
Gotta
inhale.
go, gotta go, gotta go.
that's Sundrop gas. Don't breathe that. Or do breathe it. I'm not going to stop you.
No, thank you.
No.
Do what you
thank
want.
you.
It's a free country.
You're about 200 feet underground. Who's going to stop you?
There's no rules if you're too far underground for them to catch you.
You get it, you get it. And as you go running out, you soon make your way back to the entrance of Wormwell Mine. And from there,
Yep.
you proceed to make your way back to the underground connection portion of Molemill Well. What was it? You guys left from the east, so you should be heading west now, if I remember correctly?
Think so?
Yes. Okay. So, heading back in that direction, you find the... That is not what I wanted. Anyways, while you're heading back in that direction, you find that the barricade has been moved closer. As in, it's closer where you remember it once was.
Closer to
Okay.
us or closer to the other side?
Deeper down the tunnel, so closer to you guys.
Okay. Okay.
That means they're making ground.
Yeah, that's good.
However, the southern wall has been pushed inwards. Looking kind of like a new barricade, as things seem to be in something of a mess at the moment.
That's not ideal.
Nope.
Nope.
It could be worse kind of situation, but it ain't looking too great either.
Crap, and we're exhausted from our last fight.
Are there?
Yeah.
I think Lantern is going to be throwing out a couple of healing words at random if she sees anyone who needs it on the way. She's got all of her level 1 spell slots. She probably casts at least 4. Just sort of a, hey, keep fighting, good job, heal.
As you as you are given a few odd looks as towards whoever is carrying one of the whoever is carrying the egg or eggs. How many were you guys grabbing? 1 or 2?
Just the one
Okay.
queen egg.
Okay. The odd looks are more along the lines of what is he carrying kind of thing. Nobody would recognize this as.
It's the same look you would give a guy who you've never met before carrying a beanbag chair into an elevator.
Exactly.
Look, the more we can learn about these things, the better.
Yep.
So there is the command tent. There is a recently established kind of makeshift hospital tent.
Well, then we should definitely go check in. Since we just got back.
Okay, so making your way back to the command tent.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay outside.
Okay.
I'm also going to stay outside. I'm going to just use all of the rest of my spell slots healing people in the medical tent.
That is most appreciated.
Bruno will go in and use his 3rd level spell slot to activate Aura of Vitality.
Oh, just kidding.
And use his other spells for Cure Wounds.
Again, greatly appreciated. Okay, so Fiona's going in the command tent. Who else?
Should Vellos stay outside?
Dori
He's probably
will.
carrying the egg.
Oh, how many
Dori will go in
spell
with
slots do you have?
Fiona.
Okay, Fiona, Dori.
I've got like 3 or 4 spell slots left. I
I
used
think
a
it's
bunch
just
during that fight.
Fiona and Dori. Everyone else either staying outside or going to the healing tent.
Okay. So Fiona, Dori, as you walk inside, the Ursine commander who had originally given you your full directions on where you're heading is looking over a map once more with a clear degree of a headache. And what appears to be a pot of tea, but you get the feeling what's brewing in there is not entirely tea. As he looks at the two of you and lets out he takes a second to recognizing you both, before letting out a small sigh of relief. That's another group back. Where's the rest of your team?
They're in the healing tent, healing people.
That's good to hear. Small blessings wherever we can get them. News on what you did?
We cleaned it out.
There was this really big one that was laying eggs. We took that one out.
Dori has pictures.
Yes, Dori is going to pull out the picture of the big one.
Ew, that is.
Oh, it was nasty. It did not want to die.
I can imagine. That is. And you said it was laying eggs?
Yes.
It had a whole
Great.
wall of the damn things. We destroyed them.
Except for the ones
Oh.
that we have.
Fiona will go ahead and pull out the maps that she was given and go over the notations and changes
Oh,
that
so
the creatures had made.
wonderful. So they're making places their own. They're just showing up and living in them.
Yeah.
Oh, they can tunnel, so
Of course they can. Well,
They
we
can
already
spit
knew
out
about
this
that,
weird
so...
resinous stuff that can harden walls and whatnot as well.
No, we're familiar with that as well.
But these are the changes we saw to the mining site that we went to.
Okay, so it's good to know that resinous stuff is more than just a means of slowing down and ensnaring people.
Side note, if I may, Vellos is gonna temporarily hand off the egg to Grigori so he can go help heal in the tent.
Okay.
Burn his last 4 spells.
Okay. Grigori, you've now been entrusted with making sure that egg is safe.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna keep it safe.
Okay. And is back inside the command tent. Anything else?
They had this weird room where they seemed to be farming fungus. For what purpose, we don't know yet.
Although it was the same room where they held all the eggs, so.
Different room.
No, different room.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Farming the fungus. I was thinking of the pool.
Farming a fungus, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're incredibly violent and have agrarian ideals along with being violent. Just what we need. Too bad they can't just stick to the
Fiona
second
will
one.
also hand over the ID tag she found.
He looks over them for a moment before wincing. That explains for that patrol. That's another patrol accounted for. Okay. Damn. I'll make sure these get to where they need to go.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, we have to reconsider our defenses after 2 particularly large ones just went charging through the southern barricade a few hours ago.
Do they have like this weird crest on their head?
A very large head crest, like a solid plate.
Try to stay out of
Yeah.
straight lines around them.
Yeah, we learned that
Yeah.
quickly.
They
You're
like
not
Yeah.
Bruno.
Totally. Oh yeah, sorry, forgot.
Yeah, no. We saw what those could do. There were 2 of those in the nest we took out.
Great.
Yep.
So there's more of them.
We killed them. We killed the
Oh,
2 we came across. So,
sounds like
they're
you
dead.
fared significantly better than we did. We took them down, but
If you find any that seem to be able to stay in the air, like long term stay in the air, those ones cast magic.
He puts the dog tags down on the table, props his elbows up on the table, and buries his face in his hands, and lets out this low, long, bearish groan before slowly turning to you and saying, "They fly and cast magic now."
Dori
The
leans
one
over
we
and
fought?
puts her hand on his shoulder. Yeah, it sucked.
The one we fought was killing the one that was laying the eggs. The really, really big one.
Well, hopefully they have the decency to just stay in the chamber with the egg layers.
Yeah. But I figured advanced warning is better than having it just happen out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's bad enough there was the ones with the wings that could leap.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just
The
grab
ones that
people
can
off the walls and
fly.
leap back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. No need to apologize. Go ahead and get your group and report back with He's with the guard captain on the surface, he says, while writing out a notice, signing it, and handing it over. This
Thank
is your
you.
request to get paid.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before they leave, Dori will go into the hospital wing and will give up her last first level spell slot for
And while you
she does
leave,
for healing
Fiona,
word. She doesn't have
Yeah.
before
Surely.
you get to leave, he he doesn't know you by name. He calls over to you again,
Yeah.
and just as a small aside for taking out an actual egg layer, feel free to swing by the armory and feel free to ask for a bit of extra equipment. He says, handing you a signed out permission slip or requisition slip, whatever you think your group might need. The armory tent's just over there.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Fiona will take the slip. And then follow Dori out.
Okay.
Elsa's probably picking up the egg from Grigori by the time they get out.
Yep.
Group back together.
Yep.
Fiona will explain the signed request slip.
Requisitions.
nice. Yeah.
Requisition
Ooh,
slip.
prizes!
Yeah. Since we
Sweet.
took out an egg layer, we can go
With proof.
over there. Yeah, with proof.
Ample proof.
In
Have
recognition.
I ever mentioned I love that spell of yours, Dori?
Yeah, who knew how helpful it was going to be?
I also love that spell of yours, Dori, says Lantern, for different reasons.
Bruno, what's your opinion of that spell?
I didn't hear what spell.
It's the one that she can take a picture with.
Oh.
Oh. I'm not much on pictures, but Dori loves it.
The
Hey, it's
signed
amazing
requisition
for-
slip just states, in general, aside from standard requisitions jargon, it states, in recognition of deputized duty of the dungeon rollers dungeon crew, they are permitted one piece from the local armory, signed Commander Erstead. With a stamp you don't recognize, probably belonging to one of the kingdoms down here in the Lone Link.
Awesome.
Cool.
See if they have anything we can use.
Yeah.
We go over to the armory, right?
Yes. So
Yes.
before you go to the surface.
Yeah.
Yes, before we go to the surface.
As you approach, there is a couple of guards standing just outside who look over at you and request you to state your business.
We
The
were told we
commander
could
gave
come
us
here.
this.
As you hand over the sheet,
Yes.
he takes the sheet from you, looks it over, hands it to his companion. He looks it over. They hand it back to you, nod and gesture for you to head inside and state to hand it over to the quartermaster, and he'll get you sorted.
Okay.
Thank you.
In we go.
As you
Yep.
head
Thanks.
inside,
Master of quarters.
as you head inside, it's a bit more of a proper. It's less of a tent and more of a proper structure inside it's a small kind of cramped room definitely cramped room with all of you in there.
Yeah.
because there is a wall about 15 feet in with a window and a door. Attending the window is a mole who is fighting back a tide of paperwork, with his weapon being a inkwell and quill.
Oh
Yep.
dear.
As you approach, you can hear him muttering, 30 more crates of alchemist fire, 500 crates. No, 500 quivers of extra arrows, 17 new swords. Who are you guys? I'm gonna need at
We're the
least
dungeon rollers.
rollers. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. 300 more pounds of rations. I'll see that paper, he says, pushing his hand through a slot beneath the window. At no point does he take his eyes off of what he is doing.
Fiona slides the paper through.
He takes it. He looks it over. One piece of equipment from the armory to be deducted. What exactly are you looking for? Armor, weapon, ammunition.
Hadn't really gotten far enough to discuss it.
Damn it, Erstead, you could have at least documented what they were allowed instead of leaving it open-ended. As he flips through another page.
Yeah, we were just told one piece of equipment, so.
That's not helpful at all. Where did that crossbow bolt go? Supplies counted 599 crossbow bolts. There should be 600.
Vellos is starting to greatly appreciate logistics.
The logistics department is very important. Let's not screw with them.
Yeah, that's
He
what
looks
Vellos
back and
is.
he looks back towards an open door behind him and shouts out, "One crossbow bolt misplaced! Find it before I tan your hides!" And looks back to the rest of you. So what exactly
Very
are you
good.
looking for?
Um,
Hold on. What kind of armor am I wearing?
I don't know.
you could
Plate
probably
would be
get
nice
better.
for me.
Yeah,
but
that would work. I mean, Dory
Yeah.
kind of shrugs. It's like, I've got, the weaponry I need.
yeah, same here. For now, at least.
Fiona's like, I don't wear armor, and I really don't need anything better weapon-wise.
Lantern appears to be falling asleep standing up against the wall.
Okay.
I think we can assume she doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
Does Grigori need anything? He's the newest person to the team. We don't... how is his armor and his weapon situation?
Yeah.
I could use a better weapon, I guess. Something better than a rapier and a short sword.
Could you use a longsword?
Professor Kenworth
it's
use
not-
longswords?
It's
Not
not a,
dual wielding.
and it's not a finesse weapon.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Okay.
has to be
I-
finesse for him.
Yes, I got hand crossbow, longsword, rapier, short sword.
No, you've already
That's
got a
great.
Well, we
longsword.
could give you... Well,
That's what I'm proficient with.
Oh, okay.
if it can get you out of my fur quicker, that's why we improve that rapier of yours.
That works.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
That sounds
Excellent.
good.
That works.
works
That'll
for me
work.
good, sir.
Excellent, he says, as he signs out on the requisition form, rubber stamps it, turns back, and shouts out, "One arcane rapier, sharpened edge." And turns back to you once again with a more... back to his original demeanor, as he just seems to... You're getting whiplash with how quickly he is pulling a Jekyll and Hyde between overworked quartermaster and ready to take someone's head off. with that feather pen
It's definitely a new experience for Vellos.
as he
Yep.
as he files away your sheaf, your requisition form in a box labeled fill that requisition slips. And if you'll just wait right there, then somebody will get you your equipment in just a minute.
Not a
Thank
problem,
you.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And we wait
And
where
it is
we're
about
told.
just a minute before a. It is just about a minute before the door opens up and a mouse holding a sheathed rapier hands it over.
Oh.
One arcane sharpened rapier.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it with both hands and say thank you.
Of course. Also, we found that missing crossbow bolt. It's been accounted for.
Oh, that's
Good
good.
to
Hate to
know.
lose one.
Yeah.
Keep better track of that equipment week. All right, you guys, what are you still doing in here?
Oh, just
Bye.
leave.
No, we were just leaving.
Yep.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And we skedaddle out of there.
Post
I
haste.
don't want to take up any more of his time.
For the quick context, it is a +1 magic rapier.
Congrats, Grigori.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. How do I put that? Do I just put the name as +1 rapier?
Yeah, you do +1 rapier.
Yes.
Okay.
+1 rapier or rapier +1.
Either
+1
way,
rapier. Rapier +1.
It's
So
mag-
it's 1d. Sorry, go ahead.
it is magic damage and adds a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Okay.
Yeah. So just put it in the.
So if you go under,
So rather than a
Oh.
+4 that you would do with your dexterity, you'd do a +5.
so go ahead and go under weapons tab.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then just with your regular rapier, you can go ahead and just. Where it says magic bonus, just change that to a 1.
Okay.
And there you go. And it takes care of everything before you pass that.
Oh, it does. That's right. You told me that last time. When we first started, you told me that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. It takes care of all the math for you. Alright.
Nice.
Quickly. So, making your way back up the ramp quickly, fearing the wrath of logistics.
Mm-hmm.
Grigori, you still stink.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Before I leave those, I'm gonna ask him if there's like a shower nearby or something like that. I can bathe myself and get clean.
Not down here at the moment. This is more just like a transport. This is supposed to be more like a transport hub.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we would all like to find a bathhouse or inn with bathhouse.
There is a bathhouse around town somewhere. Asking around would get it quickly identified as nobody wants to nobody wants to beat around the bush on that situation.
Everyone is incentivized to guide us well.
Yes, they're all quite happy. We're looking for it.
Check in with the guard captain first, or should we get cleaned up
Yeah,
first?
let's check in with him first.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright, as you check in with the Armadillo Guard captain, he kind of looks up at you guys. You can tell he wants to say something. His hand moves
Bathhouse
for a
is next.
second before he
Bathhouse is next.
Yes, no,
Before he just says
definitely.
that.
Definitely, you're You're smelling.
He got eaten by one of them.
You know, I was gonna make a comment, but now I see why he smells like that.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Yeah.
You have been gone for 2 days. Or at least
Oh,
it feels
yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Might
hard.
have been. It's been a long 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let's see what the papers are.
Hands it over.
That's kind of what I figured. Excellent work. He reaches under the desk and pulls out.
We also took care of the smuggler's stuff in there.
There was a what now and where?
How was it not?
Don't
this-
worry about it.
No, it was
Yeah,
the
fair
other
enough.
day.
Fun.
He narrows
Yeah.
his
Cleared
eyes
out
at you for a
anything
second.
dangerous.
He narrows
Yeah,
his
we-
eyes for a second before nodding slowly as he throws down a bag of gold.
We burned
More of a
everything that
box
needed to
of
be
gold
burned.
on the table with a heavy thud.
Box of gold?
Like a small chest.
Burned everything dangerous down there.
If it weren't for the fact we were getting coin from some of the local kingdoms, this town would be run dry by now.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you for the mercenary work.
No problem. Happy to help.
Thank you for the fee.
Take your gold and get out of here. I got more communications to follow up on.
Lantern at the back of the crowd towards the door has been for about 15 seconds chanting, bath, bath, bath.
Once
Yep,
we're out,
that's where we're headed.
Do you think
Once
good
we're out of-
gold-
Take the money.
once we're out of the building, Vellos will apologize. Sorry, I thought it was the guard captain we were asked to do that for. My bad. I forgot.
Doesn't matter. It's done. Bathhouse.
Bathhouse, easily
Yeah.
located.
That's
The attendant asks if you would like to use the public baths or, with a bit of an encouraging tone, rent out a private bath.
Probably should do
Private.
private.
How much is the private bath?
Maybe a gold coin for the group.
Yeah, private.
Not
Dory
bad.
hands him a
Private.
gold.
Speaking of which, you guys are paid 2,000 gold for the job. Not as much as
hell
you're
yeah.
used to from
Yay.
dungeons, but you get the feeling
Hey,
It's not bad.
Well, a nice payday.
Stretched.
Woohoo! We have money again.
Yay!
It's
As
still a
you,
nice payday, and we don't have to share it with a scout. Plus, we got some other goodies.
As you scrabble your way into the bathhouse.
Time
Dory
to get
trips and
clean.
dives into a bath.
Vellos just sinks.
Vellos, are you keeping
Fiona
your
is
nose above
scrubbing
water?
all the stickiness off of her feet.
Ugh.
Yeah, he learned his lesson from last time. He's keeping his nose above water.
That sounds like a pretty cool story.
Ends up passed out in a wash tub like a cat in the sink.
He, with water breathing, learned not to water breathe the bath water.
Yeah. Breathing the bath water is not pleasant. Even when you can breathe
Okay.
water.
As you let the warm water soak into your bones and soothe the battered and bruised flesh. Now for your favorite words. Level 6.
Yes!
Yay!
I get sips of the night.
I'm going to make you eat those steps.
What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? I get magical fists now.
Remember, Bruno,
Yes.
if you are flying, you must spend movement, otherwise you go down. And you are not a winged creature. You do not get slow fall naturally.
No, I don't.
All right, I gotta get Xanathars.
Funny
to
thing
remember
is, I
what
do.
works.
I get another 3rd level spell slot and a Druid Circle feature.
I get to now move 15 extra feet of movement, so now I get to move 45 feet.
All right. I'm pretty sure I remember what I get, but let's double
God.
check.
I can now keep people from being frightened or charmed.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, Grigori, if over in Roll20, if you on the top right, there is a button that looks like 3 books. If you mouse over it, it should say Compendium. You go ahead and click on that and then type in Rogue. And it should pop up with a button labeled Rogue under classes. Go ahead and click on that to open up. That'll bring you the Rogue page out of the player's handbook to go over.
So, classes. Rogue. Okay.
I can help you level up if you need it when we go through things. But at 6th level, the big thing you get is expertise.
Expertise. Yes.
You get proficiency and 2 for skills.
Hit dice? What's the hit dice for? 1d8 per rogue level?
Yes, you'll be rolling that for your next level hit points. Once everybody's ready to roll HP.
Okay, HP dice. Okay.
It's my monk tradition, this one.
Well, that's right. I get more spells. I mean, I get more spells than I actually get. Because
Nice.
I'm a
Oh, Dice isn't gonna
A
like
witch
me
bard.
anymore.
Yeah, I just became a little more annoying too.
I just got cheap shot.
I can do something annoying with my cards now.
Cheap shot.
I got was
Cheap shot is deflect missiles for melee attacks.
God. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
I like that reaction. What?
I get another +1 to AC while wearing heavy armor and fire resistance.
Well, that's just out of Forge Domain. Having yeah, no, that's not. Oh, don't get me wrong. I hate you for other reasons, but
I'm sorry.
we will go over those
He
other
doesn't
reasons
like
later.
me either.
Alright, 6th level. Oh. Use
Now I
challenge
just have
divinity
to decide.
twice, arrest, and I got
So, did you guys bring
Third
your
level
bags from the
priest.
bathhouse with you,
uh
or into the
Yes.
room? Okay.
yeah.
At least I did, because
Probably would have left the egg in the cart at least.
Okay.
And the honeycomb.
Okay. Can somebody give me a perception check? 2 people.
I'll do one.
I think I'm good at perception. Maybe. I
And
get
then we'll get back to
+4.
leveling up in just a moment. Once y'all are ready for like HP and whatnot.
23.
$13.
Y'all have noticed that the living focus is now lounging at the edge of the tub.
It's
uh-huh.
it is kind of growing on Lantern a little bit. Like, that's a cool lobster who knows how to hang out.
That's funny.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Let's at least pull the cleric spells out.
That's my third level 3 spell. I don't think I
And then
get
what does
anything else.
Lantern get? Druid. So you get cheap.
I just get a druid feature. Basically, it adjusts the specific way I can draw cards, both from this deck and in general. That's all I got, and one more level 3 spell slot.
Well, yeah, spellcasters typically don't get a whole lot even at level 6. The fact that you're getting something at level 6 is a little unusual.
Nah, all the druid circles get a level 6 druid
Right,
class feature.
Because at that point, I think it's just
7, I don't get shit. Level 7 is a nothing.
I think you get a 4th level spell slot.
Never mind, I do get a 4th level spell slot. It's not a nothing, it's fantastic, and I love it.
Oh, nice.
Spell slot.
I don't get mine until level 7.
Yeah. Next level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get anything
Ooh,
until next level.
We get 2 uses of our channel divinity, though.
It's true.
And another 3rd level spell slot, so.
Yeah. That's nice, at least. I can make 2 things now. Or make something and use turn undead.
And I can use turn undead, or use Twilight Sanctuary, or use Twilight Sanctuary twice.
What skills are you making into your expertise, Grigori?
Are we able to multi-class?
You could if you wanted to. You'd be missing out on your 6th level. If you were to multi-class in something, you'll miss out on your 6th level rogue bump, and you will not be able to get your level 20th rogue if we get that far. So keep that in mind. Yeah. You will be splitting yourself along 2 different paths, which may or may not be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't do that. I was just asking, curious.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can pick 2 different skills?
Yeah, 2 different skills to make into expertise. I believe you're already expertise in thieves' tools.
Yeah, I wrote that on the inventory.
Yeah.
Or not, I wrote it on the thing, yeah.
Yep. Expertise will allow you to roll 2 proficiency dice instead of 1.
So it's a 2d6 rather than a 1d6?
Yep. In whatever your expertise in, so keep that in mind.
Okay. I wish I could use both of those spells at once.
I would destroy you.
Well, seeing as they're both concentration, by rules, I can't. Unfortunately.
I stand by my previous statement.
Well, yes, Aura of Life and Aura of Vitality would be one hell of a combination.
I don't think I have Aura of Life, so that's a blessing.
It's a Twilight Domain spell. Life and Vitality auras are Twilight Domain spells, not Cleric spells.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Very good thing I don't get access to either.
Why? Oh, yeah. Dice is threatening to kill us. That's what I'm hearing.
Huh?
I was hearing notifications of getting a message, but nothing was popping up on Discord. Then I remembered I had Messenger open on a minimized tab. And I'm part of a group that discusses the Mets games, and one just finished.
Ah, makes sense.
Did they win?
Yes, 5-0.
Very good. You know, I think I'm going to go back and change out knock for aid.
Okay.
That's 2 of us casting it?
That'll get the whole party.
True. And I have enough spell slots for 3rd level that I'm willing to cast it at 3rd level now.
All right, at 8th level, I get a fiery version of innate smite. That's neat. Assuming I can hit anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a basic divine, basically a weakened divine smite.
I'm back.
Divine strike.
Welcome back.
Oh, wait,
I'm
you get
actually
that too?
divine strike, 8th level.
Yeah.
I do radiant damage.
Oh, I do fire. Huh.
Is it called divine strike?
Yeah, that's what it's called. At 8th level, I get Divine Strike, and at 14th level, it gets improved.
Let me know when you guys are ready to roll hit dice.
Oh, great.
I'm ready.
Sure.
I can whenever.
Huh. Life domain gets it too.
I think all of them get it.
Knowledge domain does not.
Oh, light domain does not.
Grave
Didn't
Domain
know
doesn't
that.
get Divine Strike either, but the Grave Domain gets some other fun toys.
Yo, dice. I'd love to gamble.
Okay,
Nature
what's your
gets
hit
it
die?
with.
Ooh.
D8.
Okay. That's out of my roll area.
Nature is mean. You get to choose between cold fire or lightning when you use it.
Hang on, let's make this
Ooh,
fair
that's-
for everyone on the gamble. Even though I would not lie to you guys, I rolled a 2 on that, so...
Yeah.
Okay, you rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I also rolled a 2, so the gambling did neutral.
Dori, would
I
you
rolled
like...
a 3, so I get 4. I think I'm just going to stick with that.
Okay.
One of these days, I'll get a decent roll.
That's what we all tell
Gambling would
ourselves.
mean I'd have like a 2. You know.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I
Would
will
you like
take
to gamble that?
that. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm fine with what I got.
Okay.
Go next. I put it backwards.
Good job.
There we go. I will stick with that.
Alright.
Alright, I'll go. Alright, a 3. I'll gamble.
Okay.
Also a 3. Alright.
That okay.
Moving sideways.
Weird that it's happened twice today.
A
Yeah.
little bit. Alright, Grigori, you ready to roll hit die? For your level up HP?
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm still thinking on the skills.
You roll another D8.
So how many do I roll?
1D8 plus your con mod.
28. Okay. My con is 2. 5.
All right, would you like to gamble that?
Sure.
Basically, I roll your hit die, and whatever I roll, you keep instead of that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
All right, we're gambling. Ouch.
Oh no.
I can't even see that. Oh, it's a 2.
Yeah.
So you're getting an increase of 4 instead of 5.
Oof.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's why it's a gamble.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm still debating on the skills.
That's fair. Yeah, expertise is a
Oh.
hard thing to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody's hit dice.
Okay. I know what spell I'm taking for my second, third level spell.
If it helps Grigori, try to think of what would make sense for Grigori, the character. Like, what would he want to excel in?
Yeah.
So I can have one extra spell prepared.
No, I can't. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna pick stealth for one of them.
Stealth expertise.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Are y'all waiting for me?
I'm just waiting on everybody.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just copying everything into my.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
good for prep.
What was that?
Because we went up a level, I can choose another. I can have an extra spell prepared.
Yes.
I'm trying to decide what spell I will have prepared.
Ah. Well, you got all week to think on that, so.
Oh yeah, I've got all week. It's something I can change anytime we do a long rest. So
As clerics tend to do.
Yep.
Indeed.
Acrobatics.
Ooh,
I can't prepare any new spells, so I think I'm done.
All right. Pick
why can't you
stealth and
prepare any new
acrobatics.
spells?
I don't know why you can.
Because
You
it's
did-
wisdom modifier plus cleric level.
Yeah.
I
We
like
went up level. We automatically get another prepare slot.
forgot about that and forgot to change my level in the thing. In
Good
the
job. Good job.
okay,
Good job.
now it's
Now it's making sense.
displaying correctly, and I do have to think about what spell to get or prepare. rather.
But you guys got plenty of time on that.
Yes.
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done entering all my stuff. My stuff
do
was
have a
pretty
suggestion.
straightforward.
Well, I would have a suggestion if it wasn't concentration. Spirit Guardians is better.
Yeah, I'm looking for something that isn't concentration.
Yeah. It
The
would
rat gets
work.
faster.
Yeah. What I was thinking of would work well with healing, though. Oh well.
True.
Beacon of Hope ensures that any healing would be maximum number of hit points possible.
That is good.
Yeah, if it wasn't concentration, that's what I'd be choosing. Because I'm the healer. That's kind of my thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit well with the caster also being a caster of vitality.
I did not realize that my save DC went up by 1 last level.
Virtual weapon is an option, but it kind of crowds space with my tail attacks.
Just so you know, and this way you can either not take this spell if you think about it, or take it to double up on it. I chose Magic Circle. Takes a minute to cast, so I wouldn't be casting it mid-combat, but it lasts an hour, and we can use that to set up some traps.
Or trap yourselves.
Definitely an option.
Yeah, it's like, we know what we're facing, we can... Yep.
Where is that? Is that 3rd level?
Yes, it's 3rd level.
Oh, I see it now.
Ooh.
Ooh. Aside from spell selection, are we ready to
I am. I just finished everything.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah. The issue is the material cost.
Well, I might
100 gold.
take Mass Healing Word.
Is
That would
that
be useful.
2025 or is that 2014?
Mass
or
Healing Word?
2024?
Everything's
14.
2014. Do not
I'm
use
asking
any
though, if Mass
2024
Healing
material.
Word,
I know. She was asking which it's
which
from,
group
and
that was, because I almost gave it to myself and realized after I started to do so that it was
because you were grabbing
2024.
the 2024 version
Right.
rather than the
Which
spell
I have
that's on
access
page
to, which rather than the
258.
2014.
The 2024
which I-
stuff should not be visible in the compendium anymore.
Well, it's yeah.
Yeah, no, it's on page 258 of the 2014 handbook. So,
Oh. I think I will take Mass Healing Word. Gives me another good oh shit button.
yeah.
Oh shit.
You're gonna have a lot more of those
Basically.
buttons to press.
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, bards don't get it in 2014.
That's it. That's my point.
Yeah, clerics do. Clerics get most of the healing spells.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's the whole point of taking Cleric.
Exactly.
Well,
One of them.
I can think of plenty of other reasons to play cleric.
For sure.
But
that's one of the
anyways,
main ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all set then?
I think so.
Yep.
Awesome.
This is probably the place to call it.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. want to go ahead and call it here?
That's good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. I
Oh,
thank
we-
you all for coming.
We're
Yeah.
taking a long rest,
you.
right?
Oh, I kind of figured you would be taking a long rest, and then
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just double checking. Just clear everything, and yeah, we're good.
Yep. All right. We'll go ahead and end the session here then.
Okay.
And there was something else, I think
Yeah. One
you
moment.
mentioned at the beginning of the session. Okay.
One moment.
Okay.